I would have put music. Girl. I would have put music. I would have. You know. Hello. Greetings. I am Ifa Bayo. And I'm going to wait until some people come through. Hey. I'm going to wait for a little bit. I see my baby done came on. So I'm going to wait for a moment. Give people a little chance. Y'all tap that screen because I love likes. We love the likes. And if you want to give a gift, give it. I love them big hearts. The bigger the gift, the beautiful I am. I love it. Y'all see in the back? I know it's backwards because I'm on the camera. But it says gather around the table. And the other one is artwork that my daughter did. For real, Shy Drizzle. I know I should be drinking out of a cup, but I ain't. So, because folks be thinking in the cup that I be having a little taste. I don't taste. I don't drink. I don't. For real. Ogun took it away. So, and don't be looking at my nails because I didn't get a chance to go and get them done. So, hello, Santo. First of all, let me greet the room. Benician to all the elders. Anyone that's 5 and under. Santo. Ibaru to the Luos. Alafia, Ashe, Hotep. Merry Meet, Merry Part. All of that. Like, hey. I love y'all. And for me, you know, let me first explain, right? Before I even bring on my baby. Let me tell y'all, when people don't see me, it's because I'm working in the backgrounds and I'm doing stuff. So I came up with these shadow books, right? Shadow workbooks. When I tell you the artwork, like I created every single one of them, right? So this is for women, right? So, and it has questions in it. Oh yeah, I'm proud. I am proud of the work I did. For real, right? But there's also, see, a time to heal, right? The shadow work journal, right? So, and there is a pledge that is in the back of each book that you will read, right? So that's one. That's for the women. This is for the men. I made it a little bit bigger. Me and my son got together and we created this, right? So, the pledge here for men, because men have to go through things too, right? And to heal. It says, I promise myself. I promise to never, ever give up on myself. I promise to always stay true to who I am. I promise to love myself unconditionally. I promise to always live life to the fullest. I promise to accept my strengths as well as my flaws. I promise to never forget these promises I made for myself. This is for the men. When I tell you, I did my job. What? But this one, my spiritual journal for 2023, baby, let me tell you. Look, each 5 minutes of journaling. One thing you want to remember about today, the day I felt, today I'm grateful for. And baby, it's for the whole year. The whole year. When I tell you mother took her time, created, it's nice and thick. When I tell you the artwork, yes, the journal, spiritual journal, because when we start on our journey, and this is why I created this one. Like I really took my time with this one. The reason why I created this one, because I run across so many people, tap the screen. I run across so many people, and they always say the same thing. I really don't have a lot of people to talk to. And I'm like, don't you journal? So we have this belief because, you know, a lot of people go, oh, but I can't spell that. What? Boo, ain't nobody reading it but you. If you understand it, I'm grateful for it. So, and it puts you in a beautiful light because now you're starting off on your journal and it's only 5 minutes a day of programming and focusing and disciplining yourself to just write down. When I tell you, I've rocked these 3 journals. I tell you, I rock these 3 journals. I'm not going to forget about the men, the women, as well as, and you can get them all on Amazon. What? Baby? And those that's on my Patreon, I'm sending y'all one as a gift. Those that are on my Patreon, I'm sending you one as a gift. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So y'all tap the screen. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I want to bring on my spiritual goddaughter, right? Because we want to talk about a topic that needs to be discussed. And let me tell you, before I bring on, let me tell you a little background. There was this beautiful woman that I had the pleasure of meeting. And one day she was doing a live. She was reading online, and she was doing a lot of good, positive things in the spiritual community online. She was just starting out. You know, when you start out, that confidence. Y'all hit that screen. I love these likes. And feel free to send a gift, a star, whatever. So anyway, she was, right? So listen. I'm a step away from my conversation. What we're not going to do, because I don't know you, doing roots is not of God. Let me tell you, I'm Southern. What we're not going to do is that we're not going to do that. So if you don't like what you see, you can keep scrolling, because what I'm not going to do is go back and forth. That's the only light that you will get. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, because the ushers are in, I'm like Lonnie B. The ushers are in today, honey. We knock them out. So anyway, this beautiful sister that was reading, she was reading online, and these people got on her live and they started bullying her. They started telling her she couldn't read. They was posting her picture saying she can't read, she shouldn't read, and they bullied her. I forget why I wasn't on her live. Most likely I was doing the reading. So when she did that, it kind of messed with her mental, but it also messed with her self-esteem and things like that. So I don't care for bullies. I have zero tolerance for bullies, because one, spirituality is not about that. It's not about who is the master of who. If you're not paying for my internet, if you're not paying for my Wi-Fi, if you're not paying for my phone bill or whatever device I'm on, this Jesus internet is free. So you don't have no right to come on my page to tell me anything. Even if I come on as a guest and we're talking about one subject. Now, this is something that I can't stand. If we're talking about, let's just say, how to build a fucking airplane, and that might be my expertise. If I didn't ask for no spiritual advice, don't give me none, because I'm going to send it right back at you. There's a time and a place for everything. And if I don't get on to ask you that, then don't get on to do it. And bullying people to believe what you're saying is horrifying. And we're not doing that. But see, we get so much into the spiritual realm that we don't want to say anything, because we see, oh no, they crowned, or they've been in the religion for so long. And that's just what they might be doing, being in the religion, just sitting in the room. Just because they sitting in the couch don't mean they taking care of the house. How we doing? So let's be honest. But we get into this moment of, and it's really sad, because that's not how this religion is. That's not how the spiritual community is. If you are a pagan, I'm going to give you respect. I want to learn. Like, okay, I'm not going to follow it. It's not my path. But I would love to learn it. If you are doing something else, I never forget when I was in Vegas, Lizzie gave us a whole tutorial. Like, I'm like, wow, I was blown away. And I was so grateful for her to take that time out to do that. I'm not sitting here judging her. That's my baby. Like, no. And I'll be there if I let anybody come forward, because then I'm coming. But I'm not like, if that's her path, show me how I can support you. Show me how I can help elevate you, because I don't know how to do that. If I got to light a candle and pray for you, or, you know, if you're having an event and I'm in the area, I'm going to come show my support and everything. Just tell me what to do, because this is how we learn. But what we're not going to do is no, you can't be that. You have to be this. I know you fucking lying. I know you lying. So I do want to bring her on, right? So let me find her. There she go. I sent the invite, because, that's my baby. And y'all, I want y'all to ask questions too. Don't just, listen, you in a safe space. You in a safe space. Where you at, girl? Where you at?
Hey,
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Introduce yourself to someone.
Yes.
We the extended of Lonnie B in the family because I love him. I watch him all the time. I'm telling you. I do. I love him. I do. But
Well,
introduce yourself.
thank you, and thank you for having me, mommy, and thank you
That's
for
okay.
all of this the extra teaching and love that you've given me. I am Michi, or Eyoba Soul Rebel. I'm an astrologist, and I do emotional awareness sessions where we go back to your childhood and kind of talk about where something may have happened to you to cause different patterns or behaviors in your life.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm also a tutor. I work with first grade students. I love working with the kids because they are honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to school for sociology. I love people and learning about people.
And we do. And I love it. I love that. You know, um, we're not because we don't want to get sued because motherfuckers will get you banned and blocked. So we say we don't
That
give names or anything, but it is your journey, it is
absolutely,
your story, right?
absolutely. Okay,
But you recently went through an ordeal that kind of made you take down your page.
it did.
So you know, first of all, how did it affect you where you got to the point like I'm taking down my page?
It made me question my journey. It made me question what I had learned so far.
Mm-hmm.
Um and it really made me question my work, the things that I had been doing within my personal spiritual rituals. If it's my understanding that as I do my work, taking care of my boveda, doing my prayers, that's a part of who I am. And
Mm-hmm.
how it was brought to me was, well, you're not doing it right. So you're going to have all these things going on. And this is why I see this. And this is why I see that. And like you were saying, Marjorie, the point of it was I wasn't even there for that. I was merely speaking on how the tradition had brought about a whole lot of healing for me. And in interacting with my egun and my ancestors, it taught me certain things about my life. And this particular topic was about growing up this way. So I
Mm-hmm.
hopped on for that. Next thing I knew, I had spots. One of my children, something was going on with one of my children, and I'm, like, no, there's not. No, there's not. Then the next thing I know, they call their elder on to ask me different questions about my house and about my initiation. Now, anybody knows that is personal. That is between you,
No, it
your
is.
low feet, your elay, the people that the babalaos that were present. You don't discuss your letter and all these other things, but they were coming down on me like a Georgia rain, just back and forth. And then the final thing was when I started to ask questions about why they were questioning me. Then they hit me with, no, no, Bochiche, I'm gonna get you off of here right now. And then I felt like maybe I had said or done something to possibly embarrass my Elay. So I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm done with it.
Well, I'm happy. One, I'm happy because when we know better, we do better. That's
Gotcha.
beyond. But I'm also happy that even though it was a trying experience, that you experienced it. Because, like I said, when you know better, you do better. But I do
Absolutely.
want, because I'm gonna use Lizzie as one of my stories. Lizzie was, and it does, it hurts people. Lizzie was in a group, in a class, and the way, but she stood up too. So the way that these people, as well as elders or whoever, the way that they come at people, and y'all are new on this journey, is kind of scary. It is.
Yes.
It's scary. It's scary.
Absolutely,
It's
mommy.
dehumanizing, and it makes people question when you have to question your own spiritual journey. Because when you see elders and things like that, Ibaye, first of all, I'm gonna give a shout out to my godfather, the Ibaye first, Tifa Segun, because when we walked in his house, I will say this. He said, I am going to teach you who you are, so you will not have to question who you're getting ready to be. So that was
Mm.
one. And my godfather, Ifa Atere, tells Learn, learn. I don't care how many years somebody got. You better learn. Learn, 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 learn. And dealing with the public and dealing with people, you have to have a thick skin, you know. But I understand starting off, it's not always like that. It's
Right.
not. So, and then you see elders and, you know, you want to think that they're going to guide you, but nobody, I don't give a fuck who it is, even if it's Jesus, nobody should make you come on any live or even if you come on as a guest and make you feel horrible. No one. I don't care. Even if it's me, you stop and say, no, this is not what we're about to do. And then you wait, cooler heads prevail, and you call that person or you get and say, hey, can we talk? And say, listen, what you did was not right. Or you can do it right there while you're on the live.
Yeah. But wasn't
Because
it amazing with me, mommy? Because you know me, you tell me
you
all the
don't
time
take
about my
down.
mouth.
And, you know, and it was so funny. So let me
It
tell
was
y'all a little backstory.
spiritual because
I'm
it was
looking for her.
spirituality.
Because every morning she does her morning live. Because sometimes I pop in and I don't be dressed. You know, I done brushed my teeth, I done said my prayers, but I ain't got the face, nothing, and hair all over the place. And she be like, Madrina, you want to get on? I be like, no, girl, no, right? But she get up every morning, and I look forward to that. Let me tell you, there's a few people that I watch. I know Lizzie. If Lizzie don't write me, I'm writing her. Like, hey, I love you. Have a beautiful day. And
Right.
you, Prince Elias, like, there's a few people that I see. If I don't see a post with Christopher with some food or something motivational, I'm going to hit him up. Hey, you okay?
Right.
But I
What's
see
going
it.
on? Right.
So
What's going on?
just like I didn't see Cassie. Hey, anybody seen Cassie? Like, I'm so used to y'all doing these things. So when I didn't see you, I'm like, okay, well, maybe she's, you know, studying. But then, you know, when we had the conversation, I'm like, wow. So, you know, and feel free, y'all, if y'all got a question or anything, feel free to ask because we're talking about spiritual bullying, you know, and being, you know, not, I don't want to, well, embarrassed on a live or on a, you know, and here it is, spiritual people that, listen, just like parents don't have it all together, don't think spiritual people have it all together. Some of us are trying to heal others from broken places. So real talk. So let's just put that out there. But no one should ever make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel out of place. None of that.
Right.
Call me
And
back,
I
please.
and that's why I say with, you know, it's about developing trust
Yeah.
and respect is a big part of that. And like I say, even with you, I had to work through some things because like you say, I was embarrassed. And even in the work that I do, it took me all the way back to being a little girl. And the ironic part was what I was gonna share was, you know, being a child and knocking on doors, on strangers' doors,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing who was gonna come to the door. This one particular time, we had knocked on this little girl's door that went to school with me.
Mm-hmm.
So she waits till we're in the lunchroom with everybody, and she said, "Oh, by the way, fat girl, my mama said don't come knocking on her door anymore on Saturdays because that's when she sleeps." I immediately went all the way back to that space
Oh
and
my
was just
baby.
like, "I ain't doing this no more. I'm gonna take it down. I'm just take it
No.
down."
And we don't. I understand. Sometimes you have to unplug, right? We
Mm-hmm.
all go through that. Sometimes you have to unplug, get your thoughts together, make it centered and all of that. But if it is you being unplugged because of someone and what they said or how they made you feel, you as a human being, as a person, as a woman of color, as just a spiritual person, it is okay to say, hey, when you get a chance, give me a call.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. Because we're all babies. All of us. I don't care if you got 90 years in, we're still all babies. We don't have all of the answers. We don't have everything, right? We don't. So we're learning. We're
Right.
learning as we go. We're gonna fuck up. We're gonna make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me. Don't belittle me.
Right.
Correct me.
Right.
Guide me. Show
Right.
me the proper way, but don't belittle me.
And
because
even
that
in you,
there is horrifying.
what you taught me too, Madrina, about, your feet don't belong at every table.
And
I
it
had to take
doesn't.
that. I had to be accountable. I didn't, you didn't have to get up there.
That's true,
So there's with that, and
Hey,
the way you
baby.
taught me,
But that's
it
true.
made
But
sense.
listen, I got a whole state hating me. My feet don't belong under everybody's table, right? But we learn. We assume because it's a spiritual community that everybody's spiritual, everybody has good intentions, everybody is, well and nice and loving.
Right.
Well, the same way folk go into church and they broken, it's not changing.
Mm-hmm.
So I sat my feet under a table that they ain't like people of color. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, hold, pump the brakes. Wait. Because you see, and I will say this, they never called me out my name. Now I saw them call someone else a nigga. And I said, oh, let me back up because I don't give you that right for you to do it.
Do it
It
right.
is so cool. That's why I tell people, find your tribe. Find your tribe, find your connectiveness. I know how that shit feels to, listen, I was on a live and this person tried to make me feel like this. I was like, not today, baby. Not today. Not today. Any other day you might have would have caught me, but not today. Today I'm with all the shits. And people will. So you're crowned. Yes. Do you have your saints? No, I didn't have the
They
3,500.
took me
I
through
didn't.
that. They took me
I
through that.
didn't. I did not have it. Oh, you didn't have it? No, I didn't. And I don't have no rich friends. I'm from the hood, baby, where it's real. We will feed you, give you a place to sleep for a day or two.
You
We
straight
will
like
look out for you. We might
9:15,
even go
right?
out there and help you fight. But a
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker where I come from, the most you get is $40. That's it. Here go this 40, and you better pay me back when you get your money.
All
Okay.
of that. Mm-hmm.
I didn't have rich friends. I didn't have nobody to say, hey, this is for you without wanting something in return. I wasn't trying to do a drug deal or a drug run or anything like that to
Mm-hmm.
go and get it. And I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
about to sell my pussy for it. So, no offense to my sex workers because I love you, but that's not my path. So I had to hustle and get it. And in the process, people tend to forget. You got bills, if you got kids, you got grandkids, you got
All of that.
responsibilities. So you're trying to balance all that out.
Right.
That's when I learned about spiritual depression. And I wonder why all these people get to the point of throwing their stuff away and walking away or running back to church.
Come on.
Right? So when they was on there, she was like, you don't have it? No, no. Oh, but don't you have, my husband is dead. So unless he gonna manifest some stuff on the other side, then I got him. But until then, it come. But then this old lady, I never forget, I met her in Queens. She said, when it's time, the doors are open and you'll get everything you need. And it was time. Kate gave me 2,000 and something. Somebody else gave me money. And I got $5,000 in less than 24 hours. And I went and got my saints.
That's what Padrino says. When it's time, it's time.
When it's time, the doors
that
will
money will
open
come.
for
That's
whatever
right.
you need.
Mm-hmm.
Not when you want it. But I respected my journey. I didn't lift nobody. I didn't work a Santo room because I didn't have those ceremonies. So I didn't do none of that. So, and it's true, you do. You almost quit a couple of times. Look, bless your heart. Because you look at people and you think they have the same heart and the same best interests as you do. But knowing that a lot of them are bipolar, schizophrenic, and they're coming from a broken place.
That right
there. A lot
there.
of people don't want the help. A lot of them, everybody want to become, like what I say, everybody want to die, but nobody, everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. Everybody want to put that work, want to get the rewards, but nobody want to put that work in.
Right.
Right. But now you learn. You have to take emotions out of it. It's all right to tell people what you're not going to do.
Right.
And
especially with the cold reads, mommy. Talk about that. Because I did not realize that it is not disrespectful to be like, excuse me, even if it is the Santana, No,
Listen,
ma'am, you're not gonna do that to me.
my
Mm-hmm.
godmother, right? Bless her heart. I remember we was walking down in the Bronx, and this lady came up to her. I was shocked. I never seen nobody do this, right? I never in all my life. This lady came up to her and was like, "Ah, I want to tell you something." She said, "Wait." She turned and she looked at me, and then she turned back to the lady. She said, "Let me tell you this. If you use the internet or you say something and it don't have nothing to do with me, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face." I looked at her. I said, "My dream?" She said, "No, because that's that cold reading shit. You want to poke around like you ready to earn something." I was
Mm.
on, I go on people's lives, not as a guest, but I go into the comments and I give,
Right.
hey, blessings to everyone. I shout
Right.
everyone out. This girl, "Oh, I see that you," I didn't ask for a reading. "Oh, I see that you have back problems." "No, I don't." "Oh, I see that you're going through." "No, I'm not." "Don't do that. I didn't ask you to come through here. Don't do that." And she was like,
And they
"Oh,
will.
no, don't cold read me because I didn't invite you. And my Eggos, I take care of them. So they going to stop you at the door anyway. So if I come to you and say, 'Hey, I need a reading,' then that's a different story. But if I'm just
Right.
coming in the comments just to say hi, this ain't finding a needle in a haystack. Don't come to me. You're not getting famous off of reading me." And then it was another lady. She was like, "Oh, I see your grandfather with white hair." "No, ma'am." She was like, "Yeah, because because you let Juan G read you."
Right.
I
No.
said, "I let Juan G read me because I had COVID. He said he gave me a donation to help me get my saints. And he was like, 'Oh, I want to give you a reading.' I was like, 'Look, I ain't gonna do nothing that you tell me to do. So go ahead.' I said, 'Because I don't let people read me." And he was like, "For real?" I said, "Yeah."
That's
And
right.
what he
That's
said
what I
was on
always tell
point.
people
I'm not
too.
gonna lie. What he said was on point. I said, "You're the only one that's gonna stand here and be like, 'Yo, I read her.'" Okay. But that's not something I do because I believe in spiritual herpes. I do. I've seen it where one of
Facts.
my god sisters went somewhere, got a
Facts.
reading, and used all that fucking energy that those people had. She had to go back because her life went upside down. She had to go back to my godmother. My godmother had to clean her, then clean us, then clean her family, then clean her house. And I said, "Ooh, girl, this is like a technic shot and stuff. This is like
That's what I
spiritual
say
herpes.
about these on
I ain't doing
TikTok.
that."
How you reading
What?
for $5.99 all the time? When are you taking? Where's the spiritual hygiene?
But see, this is why. So, like I said, and people quick to do that because I guess it makes them feel like, "Oh, I read you." You didn't. You didn't. I'm not here to blow you up, but I'm not here to entertain your madness. Listen, I was out. I never forget. I was out in front of my godfather's house, and somebody walked up to me. They was like, "Oh, I see your mother," and so I didn't say loose. And people was getting
Right.
offended outside. They was like, "Why you not saying loose?" I said, "Because they're not right. I'm not
Right.
gonna sit here and bless you, but you giving me wrong information. Sit your ass down. Sit down. Sit down. Or you want to piece together my life because you follow me on the internet?" No, Puddin'. It's a post. It's a post. Like, it's a post. Listen,
Okay.
I take certain things what I see from certain people, right? Ebae, God bless the dead, Chaswick, my Black Panther brother. Nobody knew he
Yes.
was
Yes.
married.
Yes.
Nobody knew he was sick. He
They sure
said, "You
didn't.
paid me to act, to uplift and to inspire. You don't pay me to get in my
Absolutely.
business. As
That's
long
right.
as I'm doing what needs to be done and I'm perfecting my craft, that's it. Now, my
That's all
close
you need to
friends and
know.
all of that, you will know what's going on. Other than that, I don't need. You ain't seen one time where this brother went with his wife to a show. None of,
That's
and
right.
his team was on point. Nobody leaked it. Nobody got jealous to say, "Yo, he got the cancer." Nobody. We didn't know that man was sick until he died.
Didn't. That's right.
Yo, I
That's right.
like my team like that. What we do in house, we take care of it. Same way, Jay-Z. You don't see, only time you see Jay-Z step out of line is when the sister-in-law kicked his ass in the elevator. And after that nigga said, "We got to tighten up the team."
For sure.
No.
Quick.
And I tell everyone, if you want to get on this social media app, trust me, they're going to want to get in your business. Somebody going to want to know something.
Mm-hmm.
Stand on it.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to go through all of that. But what we not going to do is
Right.
ever make someone. I built my platform. If you can't help them, don't hurt them. Send them to someone that can. All money is not good money. So we
Absolutely.
ain't doing that. And for anyone that is going through something or being bullied, no, I'm not the police or anything like that. But I'm here to tell you, it's okay to tell a motherfucker, we're not doing that. Like, that's done. Either we can find a way to agree to disagree and you go your separate way, I go my separate way, or you know, embarrassing people and doing all that. That's horrible. That
Yeah.
is. That's horrible. I know how the feeling is. I do. I know how the feeling is. You know, I love you, sister. But no, you know,
Mm-hmm.
when listen, Toya's on here, right? I love her. When the first time I saw her, I was like, oh, okay, this
Hi,
sister's doing her thing,
Titi.
right? And I have a great love for her. And I always say,
Yes.
yo, do your podcast, do all of that. Like, how can we pour into you? Because we watching you, my do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait
Mm-hmm.
until she finished back with her YouTube and all that. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Mm-hmm.
know she got married, so congratulations and stuff.
Yes.
Okay,
Love
but hurry up and
Infinity,
get back in the
sis.
lab, girl, and do what you do. All right. But I do, and I wish she would be sitting there, and I don't see it no more. And she go, you know what? I'm stopping. Stopping what? Yeah, I may say it for here and there because you get discouraged and be like, yo, I'm putting this shit down. But then somebody hit me up. Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, you know, thank you for being you. And I'll be like, wow, y'all just don't want me to quit yet. I still got 3 more years in. Okay. And I know I'm not the voice of the people, but in this old do that they even speak about of the year community, we have to learn to live with each other. We have to learn
Absolutely.
to respect each other. We have to learn.
Yes.
Okay, teach me, but don't embarrass me. And then ask somebody. I'm not gonna go to Toya and jump in her inbox or have her jump on my live or have her talking to me and be like, well, you got to do this. No, baby. Who's your mentor? Now, the one thing I will say, from Candelo to Porterfield to all of them, they'll be like, yo, if you're gonna talk to me about other things. We can shoot the shit, maybe gossip. But if it's spiritual something, yo, go to your godparent. Because that's how it's supposed to be.
Gotcha.
Not me telling you anything. No. Because, see, first of all, I got 6 of them. And right now, 2 is active. So, and they don't have a problem with saying, hello, how can I help you? So, you go to them. Don't come and do anything because the same way you have somebody speaking for you, I got somebody speaking for me. So, we can't be
Right.
doing it. So, I wouldn't go to Toya and be like, you know, hey, you got to do this or you need to do that. No, baby. If I see you acting an ass, I know how to say, let me hit her up. If it's something that I know and we got to be cool like that. Now, if we ain't cool like that, if it don't apply, let it fly. This Jesus free internet. I be damn. I don't pay
That
your rent.
part.
I don't pay none of
That
that.
part.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
not worried about a house I don't pay rent for. But I'm happy that you put it back up. I'm happy. I can't wait for in the mornings
Thank
when you
you.
do your conversations and stuff. But I'm here to say today, no one, anybody on this fucking app, let no one get you to the point where you want to stop and you ready to give up. I don't give a fuck who they are. I don't care if they Jesus' cousin, his next door neighbor, his god brother. I give 0 fucks because
Yep.
that's
I got you today after I got talked
spiritual
to.
is not
Yes,
about
ma'am.
that. It's not about bullying. It's not about, yeah, you got people that gatekeep. God bless them. You know, and I get that. I see that. All the sacrifice we want, of course, don't disrespect what I believe in. This is my culture, my way of life.
Right. Right. Did you hit mute, mommy?
That's not
There
what
we go. Okay, I couldn't hear
spirituality
you.
is. Okay, you got it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter was calling me. Everybody want to call me now. Okay, I just text. Okay. But anyway, so, how did you overcome that? Like, you know, before I spoke to you, how did you overcome that? Like, explain to people because, oh my God,
In
Quentin.
all honesty, like you say, find your village. I actually got in contact with Toya through you, through seeing
Uh-huh.
her on one of your lives. And so I had been saying I was gonna get a reading. And I did. And in the reading, she was saying, you know, Meech, it's a lot you're gonna do. You still got some things within you gotta heal and work on first, or it's gonna become a hindrance. Did you not say that, TT? So,
Look at
you
that.
know, I'm
Look at that.
always talking to you about, you know, being who I am, being respectful. However, you know, say what you said. That whole, you know, do no harm but take no shit.
Mm-hmm.
Period, and move on. So after it happened, you know, I had told the girls, I said, well, I took my TikTok down. So, you know, y'all won't see me on there. And then I went on this morning to start back with my flow because I always want to find out what everybody's doing so I can promote and post. And when I saw the promotions, I was like, okay, now you preach about them 5 A's: accountability,
Mm-hmm.
acceptance, awareness, acknowledgement, and alignment. Now you know you're gonna have to talk to Madrina. You know, you just gonna have to say, am I wrong about this? You know, how do I feel? And you went through and you were like, that's why I can't find your page. That you mean that's why I can't find you? And after that, I thought about it. And you, like I said, just the points you gave me, you know, if somebody else is bothered, that doesn't mean it has to bother you. If they're bothered, you're unbothered. Like, I got notes from everything that you said to me today. And I was like, it's okay. You got to build yourself back up. And then everybody that knows me knows that, you know, I always speak up for myself. And for whatever reason, like you say, in this moment, and I honestly believe it was because of, you know, the hierarchy of who she was, I just felt like I couldn't say what I needed to say. So as I began to think about different discussions that I had had with the girls about what had happened, you brought in the same things. Like, you said that your godparent taught you that if you're complaining, you ain't gaining.
Mm-hmm.
And that hit me. Like, that one really stuck with
let
me.
me
Like,
let
why am I upset about what you said to me, and you on here with a whole other
let
issue
me
that you're sharing with the world? But I let you get me. You got me. But
so
my Drina got me
let
right.
me clear this up. My godfather Ibae, we was in his living room and there was other people in there. And he always says faith. You gotta have faith. You
Got
gotta have
you.
faith in what walks with you. You gotta have faith in what you have. Because if not, you just spent money on some items. So this person was there and they were saying how they don't know if this is going. And Jess is on here. Now, Jess is my god sister too. Her crown is going to be in my yacht. So we've all had this conversation to where, you know, people will say, well, you know, let me read you, let me do this. And yet and still, they don't even have faith in the very things that walk with them. If you listen, and this ain't shade for nobody, it's truth. If you are constantly battling people on social media, why the fuck I'm coming for you looking for some kind of, you know, peace
Right.
or some kind of solution? If you constantly fighting, you are not the solution. You might be the problem. If you are constantly talking about money that you don't have any, then how you gonna teach me about prosperity? I don't see no
That,
growth. You
that.
can't. You cannot. And come for me. I want folks to come for me because I want to see prove me wrong. For real.
You ain't
I
doing the
need to see
work.
growth. I saw
Mm-mm.
Toya when she started with her oils. Now she has a whole line. She has all her stuff. Cypher flour. I saw her when she had just a broom. Now she has a whole thing. That is growth. That is me taking something and each time risking it, stepping forward, having faith.
Come
I've
on, Mom.
seen that.
Come on.
What I don't see is here it is. I don't care if you got years, Dana. Who you believing? Because if you are here doing something extra, and I'm sitting here like, damn, you still doing the same shit after 9 years, after 4 years, after 1 year, shit, 6 months. Ain't no growth. Then why am I helping? Like,
What are we
what?
doing? What are we doing?
And what
Mm-hmm.
I tell everyone, check the table that you invited at. Because sometimes those legs might be cardboard. You better make sure. Because right now they can make anything look like something else.
Exactly. And that's why
So
you don't
no,
belong at every table.
no, you don't. Your feet don't. It really
Your
does
feet
not.
down,
It
right?
really does not. Don't. No.
And
I've
the other
tried.
point to that, Madrina, you mentioned about how people will counsel you in the premise of their brokenness.
That's true. And it's true. I had a girl. I was fresh out. A fresh reader. Oh my God, right? Fresh reader. Working in the Botanica. And the other reader, because this is the part I hate. Seniors, elders, no one's taking your spot. Nobody's trying to
Come
compete
on.
with you. They knew. Help them. Give them some pointers and let them work their magic. If you got 7 clients and they walk around with 50, God bless them. See the increase because you made it possible for them to do that. So that
Right.
alone is special to me.
Right.
So I call this reader and in the Botanica I was working in. Honey, every day I would come there. I didn't get a reading. And then she would, she would send people to me as like scraps. But one day she was like, oh, I'm so full. And I read this lady. When I tell you I read her for the gods, for real, I was proud of myself. The next day, I tell you no lies, like 20 people out there, but I thought they were all for her, right? I did. So I'm sitting out there, right? And they all sitting there. And I seen the girl and I was like, hello. She was like, hi, and smiling. That was the first person I ever met that was initiated in Cali. Because they were Hindu, all of them. She brought the whole fucking family, the cousins, the long distance cousins. She brought the whole family. So when the lady, the reader, because she was there for years, she comes out. She was like, next, nobody moved. And I'm like, okay. She's banging on her wall, chaka, chaka, back, hiya! And I'm sitting there like, this right? So I'm sitting there and, I walked in, I did my prayers and everything, and they was all sitting out there. So she had called one of the girls that worked behind the counter, and they came downstairs, and they was like, who y'all waiting for? And they was like, her. But remember, I was in the room, so they knocked on my door, and they was like, yo, you got all these people out here. I was like, all these people? What people? Baby, it was 20 people. That reader came out. She said, nobody's for me. And they was like, no, we for her. She said, girl, I told my whole family about you. So when they came, she came out her room, went upstairs, told her owner, you need to fire her. You need to get rid of her. She has bad juju on her. She's going to bring you down. She's going to do. I worked at that place for 6 fucking years. She would do everything. Oh, she killed babies. She a balero. She killed babies. And just would make up rumors and all that. So I understand that part of people that you've been in the game for so long that you're intimidated or whatever it is, you want to go and try to, sandbag the next person. I'm sorry you don't have a lot of likes or whatever you going through. Maybe you should change your motherfucking game. Maybe you should be a little nicer. Maybe you should change how you do videos. I don't know what it is, but don't come over here. And, so she would just she would try to get on my nerves. But every day I would show up. And then she'll be like, oh, don't come to her. So she did one thing because she didn't know. Like, wherever I work, I don't tell people my business. I come in, I'm cordial and all that.
Right.
So she had one of her godsons step to me and was like, yo, you getting out of here. God, listen, I called my nephew Jay and I said, yo, get up here. He said, what? I said, get up here. So he came up and I remember the owner, Larry. He said, who are those dudes out there? I said, hold on. So when her godson came up, my nephew said, yo, let me explain something to you. Yo, that's my aunt. And he was like, yo, I know you, Big Dana. He said, yeah, I understand that. But yo, that's my aunt. He said, my grandmother.
Right. Come on.
Is the oldest out of 21 children, 11 girls and 10 boys. He said, I will play a lot of things, but what we not going to do now, if you got a god sister down there that want to step to her, we good. But homeboy, you a man. He said, oh, word, that's your aunt. So nobody didn't knew that I hung out in South Jamaica, all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm like, wow.
See?
But, she had this goddaughter named Kim. I came with my bat, my duct tape. I was like, yo, Mom, whatever, we can bring it, And it was like that to where she was like, no, I'm not going to argue with you. It ain't worth it. So then why? They would walk by and throw powder down and stuff. And I just sit there and be like, yo, y'all are bored. Like, for real. So I understand that. And it was all because she's getting more readings than me. And I was like, "What?" And then she even told me, "I'm cursed because I have tattoos, and to take a
Right.
egg."
That's how she was.
No,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm cursed because I
That's
got
how she was coming to
tattoos.
me.
Um, I need to take an egg and put it in a glass of water, and if it turned rotten, don't come in because that's somebody taking it. And I forget, Angel, he crowned, you're my yeah. He said, "Girl, you put an egg in water and leave it over there overnight, it's gonna turn brown." She just mad because you get clients and she ain't. And I was like, wow. So you have to be mindful of that. You gotta have thick
Yes.
skin. Thick skin.
Yes.
The part, my friend Barney, I would see spiritual people and I would like dumb down and be really nice and let them say all this. He said, "You stood outside and sold drugs and cursed motherfuckers out, and you gonna let these people talk to you any kind of way?" He says, "The same kind of goddamn people." I said, "What?" He said, "I'm dead serious. So I'll punch you in your neck myself."
That's
And
right.
then when I started speaking up, I became a problem. Oh, she a problem. No, no, I'm a problem because you can't get over on me. That's why.
That.
I'm a problem because I speak my mind. I'm a
Come on,
problem.
mama.
Today is not the day. Now, back in the day, if you go petty, I'm going to hell. But now I just look at you and be like, "Ma, if you got to do all of that, then I'm not the one that's broken. It's you."
It's you,
And
right?
some folks need therapy and medication and straitjackets. The very remedy they giving the people, they need to take that shit themselves and hold up a mirror. Real talk. So it is.
That's
It's
for real.
scary and it's
Loose.
sad.
Yeah.
It's scary and it's sad. But I don't want no one to ever feel that way. Like it's so sad because, and I will say this, yeah, I'm not a fan of Candelos, right? But he did something that no one has done. He gave a platform for readers, new readers. He was like, "Yo, get on, show your stuff." So when he said he retired, I did go to him. I didn't have to, but I did it out of respect. "Yo, can I take up where you went?" He said, "Yo, sis, you ain't got to ask me, but yeah, you got my blessing." And I would have
Hey.
Sunday, right? Sunday's best. And I would put people out there. So then I had all these people like, "Oh, wow, I'm gonna do it if I don't worry about it." No, what they do now is get a clique of people and just stay with those people, and there's no space for new readers. Where's their platform for them to show their stuff
See.
so they can get out there and you're helping them boost.
Right.
A lot of them, "Oh no, I don't want that competition." How's it competition?
How is it competition?
And we in the kitchen making sauce. Your sauce ain't gonna taste like mine, so I'm not
Exactly.
here to do that.
Exactly. Exactly.
So of course, now I love you, pudding, but um, we, I'm like, "Yo, where's the people where you giving platforms to people?" But no, people, they gave me excuses. Because I was like, "Yo, I put it in the hands of a few people. Like, yo, can you take over Sunday's best? Because I got my plate full." Yeah, yeah, yeah. I noticed that people just would add their friends. And I'm like, "Well, what happened to the new readers? What happened to those people? You know? But
See.
then I had to remember, my mother said, if you create it, it's for you to take care of it. So
Oh my
I'm
goodness. Now
publicly
you sound like
saying
King.
I'm gonna
Yes.
start back. Yeah, I'm gonna start back with Sunday Best and give people a
Yes.
spot because they need that. They need it, And then some people get nervous. Some people do. They be like, "Yo," and I'm like, "Listen, I'm not here to read. I'm here to just read the questions. You do your magic. Like I ain't here to do
And
that.
you are
So
so
just give people
supportive.
a spot. Yeah,
You are
what?
so
Because
supportive. That point of this is the last one. They got to get this one, Mom. You said if I was invited just like you. So how you doing? I'm here.
listen, we gonna take it a
And
step
that's what
further.
I got out of it. Okay. Like
We
I'm
gonna
I'm
take it
here
a
just
step
like you,
further.
Pooh.
When somebody asked me, I was in Denver, and somebody asked me and Yvette, the Motown Witch, we were sitting there chilling, and somebody was like, "Oh, you here?" I said, "The only difference between me and you, bitch, they invited me. You had to pay for a ticket. We not the same. We definitely not the same.
Flex.
They invited me. You brought a ticket. We ain't the same.
Show
We
you
ain't
right.
even in the same calendar." And I love it because I learned that lesson from Porterfield. You invited me, so you see the gift that I have. So
Okay.
let me show you. So even if you got on anybody's live, they allowed you on. The problem is we don't see our greatness. Everybody else see.
That
Because
was
robbers don't
exactly it.
rob an
And that's
empty
what Titi
fucking
was talking
house.
about. Mm-hmm.
So you have greatness in you, and there ain't no blowing smoke up in your ass. I'm like, yo, I love the way you are. I love authentic people. I love people that come with their rawness and their realness. I'm not going to no one that's always peaches and butterflies. I need to know that you went through some real shit, because healers are great up in the mountain when they ain't around nobody. They real test of faith is when they amongst these goddamn people out here.
God
Women
today.
that might be going through
God today.
postpartum depression.
Mm-hmm.
People that may have killed their kids, or their
That's
kids may
right.
have been doing fucking years in prison,
That's
or their
right.
man may be doing prison, or sex workers, or underage sex workers, or people that was human trafficked. We got to get out here and help these people.
That's right.
So I can't be
That's
sitting
what
here
it's about.
telling somebody that been through some shit that you're like, oh, well, the butterflies fly in the doom. I want to hear that shit. Yo, how did you get over? How did you make it out?
Come on,
How
mommy.
did you
Right.
change your life?
Right.
Because we
Right.
can offer the medicine, but we have to also be examples.
Exactly.
I got a
Exactly.
good girlfriend. Her name is Missy. That bitch did 20 years in prison. She said, yo,
Respect.
and I love her. Every time I see her, and when she see me out in the street, they could be smoking their blunts. She be like, yo, put that down. Yo, the priestess is coming through. And I'd be like, nah, Missy, smoke your thing, man. I used to smoke. Don't do that. And she'd be like, nah,
That's
I got to
respect, though.
respect
I
you.
like that.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And
Right.
whenever she
Right.
needs some words of counseling or something, she know, yo, what's up, sis? Yo, because I already know. So how we going to be spiritual and we not out there?
Yes.
Who we helping?
Right.
And the first ones you have to help is the very family that you're in. Because you got to save them. And then you get out here and do your community. Girl, they know me in Walmart and Hannaford,
That's
all the stores out here.
how I am. The
There you
lady with
go.
the bracelets.
What? They would call, they would sit there and be like, nah, that's the voodoo lady. Hey, I'm like, hey. What dude called me the ghetto voodoo lady? He's like, yo, that's the ghetto voodoo lady.
No.
And I'm like, okay with that. You know? And when they talk to me, we healers. I got a trans cousin. When I see him, I call them my babies with two spirits. I be like, hey, y'all, those my babies with two spirits. Come on.
Right.
And we talk.
Right.
And nobody's sitting there saying, yo, you can't be this way. Whew.
Right.
There was this couple that wanted to get a reading from a ruler, and they were gay. And they tried to rip me an ass because I got online and I said, hey, I need a Babalao or a Luo that's LGBT friendly, because they didn't want to get initiated. They wanted to make sure what they were doing was correct. Right. When I tell you they dragged me for the guards, they had my pictures all over Facebook. Oh, she's violating. A ruler doesn't believe this. I'm going to shout out Victor Guzman. Bye-bye, Victor. First, his goddaughter got on and said, y'all need to talk to my godfather because he will read them. I said, oh, okay. Then he got on and he put Odu's up on how a ruler brother was gay.
You see that?
We can't turn anybody away.
You see?
And he was giving Odu's and everything. He didn't do it disrespectfully. He didn't get on and say, no, you're wrong. He just started posting Odu's, telling everybody to research it for themselves. And that was beautiful. And from that day on, I'm like, yo, thank you, because that's how it's supposed to go. No one should be turned away, whether you're an E5, Lukumi, just spiritual,
exactly.
Whatever.
We should all be working together.
They came to get help, not to get belittled,
community,
not to be
common
hurt.
unity, right?
And this Odu speaks of that. Everyone is welcome at the table. We all serve a purpose.
Look, gather around the table. Design. Come on. That's it.
We all serve a purpose.
Why we do this.
Beautiful grand design. Spiritualists, everybody, even the scammers and the frauds, because you're going to learn a lesson or a blessing.
You're going to learn today.
Mm-hmm. So we all welcome. So we can't take that away. We can't. You know? So I'm not going to, spiritual people, listen, I was telling this to my nephews and all of them today. After I finished talking to you, I said, wait, growing up, we didn't have Santeras in our neighborhood. We had the root worker, you know, Miss Shirley and them that, you know, we went there with the money that your mama sent with the list. and she gave you your shit and you go on because if your husband was doing wrong or your kids in jail, my brother was in
I know
jail.
all about
So
that.
my
Yes.
mama sent me over there, go get it to Miss Shirley and take this and don't stop nowhere. Don't stop with your little pissy ass friends. Go straight there to Miss Shirley's house and give it. I was like, damn. So I had to go there because my brother was in prison and his ass needed to come home. So that's what we did. We didn't. If we saw you in all white, we thought you were an usher or a 5%er. That's it. We didn't know
That was
anything.
it. Mm-hmm.
So it was an honor when Inf and all of them said, yo, she's real. She had to wear the white for a year and 7 days. Like, yo, we was watching her. When they saw me eat on the floor, they was like, nah, she ain't fall. She ain't do that. You know, she's going through initiation. So everybody was learning as I was learning. So now when they see me, they be like, nah, she legit. Like, yo, sis, what's up? Like, yo, what do we say? And I'll be like, oh, you say Benicio. They be like, yeah, been doing it. And I'll be laughing. But you know, because
It's the
now it's out
love,
in
the
the open.
community, common unity.
There you go. So, oh, no, that's why we don't do the bullying. That's why. And, you know, I be like, the real bullies is the motherfuckers in the street. Because, see, in court, Justice, that bitch is blind. Out in the street, she got eyes. She see everything. So, if you ain't out there, I'd be like, lose my number. Shut up. Because who you helping?
Right.
Yeah?
And you know,
Who
that's
helping?
where we both, yep, that's our.
And how do you build a sisterhood? We don't have to always agree. I might say something, you be like,
Exactly.
no, Madrina, that's not right.
Respect.
Oh, okay. Well, they teach me. Show me
Right.
then. You know,
Exactly.
listen, I was
Exactly.
sitting
In
around a whole
love.
bunch of young
Mm-hmm.
people, and they was talking about shooting up the club. Let me tell you how far away I am. They was like, yeah, we were shooting up the club last night. I was like, oh my God, what we got to do? Y'all going to jail? They bust out laughing. They was like, nah, we was going raw. Raw? What do you mean? You would have no armor on? Like, you know, like for real. And they was like, yo, we was having sex with this girl. Just say that. I can't speak
Right.
this.
All of that other stuff. Yeah.
My grandson, when he was like, yeah, I'm going to eat it like Pringles. You know, he said, yeah, I'm going to get some Pringles. And I'm sitting there like, okay, shit, I ain't having no Pringles in a long time. Go get me a can. He said, nah, Grandma, that's not what that is. What? Don't fuck up Pringles
You
for me.
teaching me.
He said, yeah, I'm going to eat some Pringles. Pringles? So I said, yeah, go. I want the sour cream. Go get me the green jar, right? So I'm thinking, I'm going to get the green jar. My daughter ended up busting out laughing. They was like, she don't know. I was like, okay, what? And they was like, nah, that's eating cat. I don't want Pringles no more. I ain't bought Pringles in so long. I don't even eat Pringles. I don't even like them. I was like,
No.
I don't want
No.
them. I said, I want them. No, honey.
I'm
I like
telling
bones
you.
in my fish. But I
Everything.
ain't
But see,
mad.
now you
I ain't
know.
mad.
So when you out here, you know what they talking about.
What? I didn't know none of that.
That's
I
why
was
I love
sitting
my
there. I
god
said,
kids. I know how to
eating
work
at the
my
club.
phone. I know how to do all of that. My god kids. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I didn't know. I'm sitting there shooting up the club. I was like, we got to hide you or something. Nigga, why you shooting up the club? What the fuck? I didn't know. I didn't know. What? Girl, chat. When the Pringles thing, I'm sitting there, I'm for real.
That's different.
You know how you had that taste for Pringles? I'm like, shit, I want some sour cream.
Yeah,
Get
because
the,
Pringles be
get
straight.
the green. I said, boy, give me
Pringles
the
be
green
straight.
kid. He said, Grandma, that's not that. I was like, what? I'm thinking I'm getting ready to get me some fucking Pringles. I said, you done fucked up the Pringles for me. My daughter was
Right.
like,
I don't even
girl,
want them
get a
now.
rap book or
I don't
something. I
even
said,
want them now.
what?
That.
But you learn because even in spirituality, it's evolving. It is. Yeah, the rules are. You
Right.
still have to learn respect and things like that. There's certain things that you
Okay.
still have to learn. But we also now have a lot of young people getting into this. And
Right.
whatever influence that they have, you know, God bless them. Because now they're learning. They're learning and
Absolutely.
it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
If you're on Jamaica Avenue in Queens, you'll see all the brothers with their leckage, right? And when you ask them, because you know I love learning, so I'm sitting out there with them, and my son and them be like, "Mom, you can't be standing out here." Yes, I can. I can stand out here.
They
Do
don't
what?
even know we
Right?
got that
That's
life,
okay.
Mom.
I will stand
Like
out
that's
there.
what we do. Right.
So when I said, "Oh, I love your bees," he was like, "Yeah, I know. We know who you is." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he was like, so they were sitting there, they were smoking their weed and stuff, and I'm like, "Damn, they can't." But then I said, "It's not my duck, but let me see." He said, "Nah, this is a legua." He said, "We know who they is." He was like, "Nah, this is my yard, the mother of all mothers." And I had to sit back to also correct myself. These young kids don't have their mothers. Society wrote them off. But if they're going to believe that Yemaya got them, I change
Talk
every
good,
day
Mom.
for
That's the
Yemaya.
point. Spiritualism. Yes.
If
That's
they're
the point.
sitting there and they need help to get their roads open because
Come on.
maybe somewhere along the line somebody locked them up, then they praying the Allegro by all means. However, we all find spirituality in our own
Yes.
way. Some of us
Yes.
come broken. Some of us come from a friend. Some of us come to save our life. Whatever it is, we found a way. And we got to
Yes.
remember we all started off as students.
Yes. Yes. And in order to
So,
be the greatest teachers, you stay the student. You are constantly
thank you.
learning.
So I'm constantly learning. When they tell me shit,
Yes.
I be sitting there saying, wait, sometimes I be have to write shit down. You should see me. I be on my
You
phone
see
sitting
me
there
sitting
saying,
there. When you were talking to me today, I'm wiping
I
tears
be
because
writing
she got
stuff
me,
down, be
y'all.
like,
Now she don't
ooh,
play.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
She
I
snapped
said,
on
you
me, and
you
I'm
can
sitting
say
here
that?
wiping
What?
my face and writing. Yeah.
What? I'm serious. What? It is. And you do, bless your heart. You do. You have to find your way. And yes, if it is something that's out of pocket, by all means, teach me.
Yes.
Hey, it is 1,000 ways to make lemonade. So if you know a better way to make it taste good, great. Then show me. But don't belittle me. Don't embarrass me. Don't try to act like you above me. Like, nah. Hey, beautiful. Oh, Benicio too. I love you. But don't do that. And we have a lot of people that do that. Yeah, there's rules to this. It is levels to this. It's a thing of respect.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
respect is a two-way street. It
Yes.
is. It is.
Ashe.
I can't
Mm.
go in someone's house and just start moving furniture around. Because first they're gonna be like, bitch, you don't pay rent here. What you doing? You come in, you sit down. But you have some people that want to come in and be like, oh, you have to do it this way, you have to do it this way, you have to do it so, or you can't. I remember when somebody told me, you gotta erase your southernness. Baby, I can't erase that. That we ain't doing. Thank you, thank you. But and you'll have people like that. And they have to be corrected. But you wait until your head cools and then you say, hey, what you said to me was very disrespectful. And because at the end of the day, let's be honest, we're all adults. Ain't nobody no fucking kid. We all
Absolutely.
adults.
Absolutely.
So it is okay to say, hey, what you said to me was really wrong and I took offense. And most people, if they are open to a dialogue, then they'll say, oh my God, I apologize, or I didn't know, or, please accept my apology. Now you're going to have some people that be like, oh, you wait this long to say something, or whatever. I was right. Those are the people you say block, delete, because this is Jesus Internet. It's free.
Hey,
It's free.
I'm calling
It's
them
Jesus
player.
Internet.
I'm not doing it.
They're free. They're free. What we're not going to do is make a mockery off of Jesus Internet. It is free. And you just
All
say
day,
thank you, block,
every day.
delete, and move on about your life. What? So, honey, I told you stop being psychic and a medium around them. And I would first, God bless the growth in me. Because the growth in me say block and
That
delete. Block and delete. The other one say, bitch, if you don't go somewhere and sit your ass down somewhere, I bet you I will. And you won't. But block and delete. Block and delete. That's what we have. Don't allow no one to stress you out. It's boundaries. It's 2023.
right.
We're not doing that no more. People are not going on people's lives and bullying people. We're not doing that no more. We're not. We really are not. Because just like the mailman, I don't give a fuck. Some people may mail you ass whooping. So it's not worth it. So at the end, honey, whatever, go with Jesus. Mary, come get
Go
your
with God.
grandkids.
That part
Mary, come get your
expeditiously,
grandkids.
expeditiously, and graciously,
That's
please.
it. Block and delete. And they can talk about you. Great. Because
Yes.
see,
Yes.
the one thing that people forget, when they sit and talk about you, that makes 20 out of their followers come to get on your page to figure out who you are. And when they come, you tell them something. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Okay, I got oils, I got this, I got
How
that.
you
I
doing?
do
Come on,
reading.
mom.
and
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Now out of that 20, you're gonna gain 10 new clients. And you tell the people that's sitting there, that's posting you, that's making a mockery, thank you for making sure my pockets run deep. Thank you. Thank you for the love. I would send your offering, but you did too much to get them over here. So you did enough. When they say listen, haters become your motivators, your fucking team. They work for you. Shit. So you might as well be
Period.
thankful. Be thankful. But
Yes. I'm so thankful for you
yeah,
and your
Mary, I be
guidance.
telling
I
Mary, come
am.
get her grandkids, honey. Mary, come get your grandkids. I don't know who working at HR. let me tell y'all this story real quick. I was on my way to Detroit, right? I don't wear beads, right? Unless I'm in a spiritual ceremony, but I always have my bracelets on. And this girl walked up to me, and I had my hair, my wig, because when I go to different events, I'm gonna wear the color, right?
And do.
She said, "Oh, you look like you need to be in what I follow, Lakasumi." I'm sitting there like,
Now you
Lakasumi? What the
see.
fuck
Now
is
you see.
Lakasumi?
Now you
Right? She
see.
was like, you need to get initiated. And I'm sitting here like, so I'm that person. I got to go down the rabbit hole with you because I need to
Me
see how
too.
far I go.
Me too.
She was like, you need to be a part of what I'm a part of because you need to be initiated. My spirits is telling me you need to be a part of Lakasumi.
Drop a line. Just drop
Sitting
it.
there like, Lakasumi? What the fuck is like? Look, Kumi? She was like, yeah. I said, oh, tell me more. She was like, yeah, because, I'm
And no,
now,
you
mind
did.
you, I got my E-Day on. I got my bracelets. And I'm sitting there and I'm, shaking it like, yeah, girl, all right. Like, bitch, do you see the bracelets? Okay. And she's like, yeah, because you should be a part of that because, I got godparents and stuff, Lakasumi. And I'm like, what? Lakumi? I said, oh, Lord Jesus Christ.
Lakasumi and Lakumi.
What?
Lakasumi.
And I'm sitting there, I was dying. So it was Greek and all the rest of them, they said, well, we're going to say Benny Hanna. We're going to say Yum Yum instead of Ache. And baby, we went through it. We
Benny
went
Hanna.
through it. What? He's like, hey, but DC, we was like, hey, touching the floor, saying Benny Hanna 3 times, and Yum Yum. And we just, but this girl, it was so funny. We are talking about spiritual bullying. That's what we're talking about. If all those that come in, spiritual bullying, having people, criticizing people and things like that, because we're not doing that this year.
We can't do it.
It ain't this live is not geared toward.
Let me get
It
my
is just
charger.
making everyone aware. All right, we are making everyone aware. Huh?
I'm going to get my charger.
Okay, we are making everyone aware. We are showing people that this is no more. No more. If you have, it is okay to what? What? Honey, they put honey all over the place. They do all kinds of things. And sometimes I have to sit and laugh because some of the things that people do. Some of the things that people do on here that you just gotta sit back and say, wow, Jesus, don't take the wheel. Just come and take the whole goddamn car. And then you gotta sit there and be like, Mary, what you doing with your grandkids? For real. Like, this is why. This is why Joseph should have stayed around a little bit longer. He should have. He should. That right? I'm serious. Mary husband, the one that he should have been more involved in these children lives because then the offsprings wouldn't act like this. I'm serious. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. I'm serious because we're not doing that. And then you have new spiritualists that's out here that are talking, that are, they on their journey, and they don't need to be put aside. They don't need to be embarrassed. They don't need to be talked about. They don't need to be, and just belittled. Like that. That's never a good thing for no one. No one. That is never a good thing. Y'all hit that screen. I love these likes. I'm at 6.K. So come on, y'all. Y'all know I love these likes. I love them. If y'all want to offer some gifts, thank you for those that gave. But if y'all want to give some gifts, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, we definitely, and start promoting each other more. For real. Start promoting each other more. Start promoting each other more. If you have your tribe, y'all, instead of, we're not gossiping around the table no more. We're coming up with plans and new ideas of how we making money. Now, we don't have to always disagree. And this is something that I really want to speak about as well. In a sister tribe, we all are not going to see things the same way. If I argue or me and you have a disagreement, doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean that we are no longer friends. And let me tell y'all this. If our beef has to touch the internet, then we were never friends in the first place. Because you can pick up the phone and say, hey, You know,
Absolutely.
how I felt. Okay, then let's talk about it. But what we're not going to do is I don't get along. Listen, if you don't get along with women, I expect you to heal, because see, when you come at this table, it's round and everybody get a seat,
Right.
and you
Right.
don't have to. If you a pagan, if you a Moor, if you a 5% or whatever the fuck you is, we need to come together so we can help each other. I love this Odu because I was like, oh, when I heard that story, I got to share this. So the dude for out of Cuba, right? It talks about how Ogun and the Chelsea made a pact, right? And I'm paraphrasing because I don't know word from word. So they both had to feed their families, right? And I love it when they was talking about it. They both had to feed their families. So when Ogun would go and hunt, he didn't know how to really do the arrow. That's a Chelsea's thing. So when he would
Mm-hmm.
try to do the arrow, he couldn't hit nothing. When a Chelsea would hit the arrow, he'd hit the animal, but it'll go through the woods. He ain't got no axe or nothing to get the woods out, to move the woods out the way. So they would
Come on.
laugh at each other and talk about each other, giggle on each other. Until finally, at the end of the day, they couldn't feed their family. I'm sitting here laughing at you, but you ain't got no food. You sitting here laughing at me, and I ain't
You ain't
got
got
no
none
fucking food.
either. Right.
So
We both hurt.
we both sitting here.
We
So
both hurt.
Aguna and Kelsey said, you have something that you're great in. I got something that I'm great in. We can't be great in everything. So here it is. And it's Ogunda Masa is the story it comes out of, just in case, because I know how people want to come. So he said, let's work together. Ochosi shot the arrow. When it went through, it's 3 and 9. So Masa is Osa. So and I tell you who all was there to give me the story. So thank you. But when he went through, Ogun chopped it. So now they have food not only to feed themselves, but to feed their family and their community. So this Odu also teaches that we all have to work together. You may be good in one thing. I might be good in something. Toya might be good in something. Everybody may be good at something. This is why everybody's welcome at the table. And it talks about that. We're not a proficient in everything. But if
Right.
you try to embarrass me, yes, I'm going to say, hey, hold on.
Keeps
I
me
have a
hot.
godparent.
Mm.
I have someone guiding me. Just because you make bread through a machine and I might make my bread through the oven. It's okay. The bread is being made. We all eating, yeah, then that's good enough. But this show do talks about coming together as a community because you're gonna need each other. And like I said, and I'm gonna keep saying, I said it before. I said, well, is gonna speak a lot this year because of the blood that's running. I said, but it's also, I can't wait because how we are in January, I can't wait to see how we finish in December. I
Mm.
hope that we all learn to do better and help each other instead of bashing, bickering, belittling. Let's start with raising our kids, making sure they're okay. Let's start with raising our house,
Mm.
making sure our family and all of them understand what we're doing and what you're getting into. Then
Mm-hmm.
start helping with the community because that's how it's supposed to go. And
Absolutely.
then everybody coming together to help save the world. And if y'all haven't
Yes.
seen eggs because of the bird flu, that's why they're going up. Eggs are now $9. Never in my damn life have I seen eggs for $9. Let alone I don't eat bacon, but to see bacon at $7. We have to help each other. Check on your elders. Check on people. Even if they got kids and a man. Right now, times are hard.
Absolutely.
So if someone
Absolutely.
reaches out and help you, God bless them because they may be giving you their last. So it's real talk. We have to learn to be with each other. Okay, girl, doing it loud. Love. Hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh Lord. Okay. Everybody want to call me now. Oh, and I know they see it on their thing, my kids. But yeah, it is. It's all about helping and making sure each one is progressing. Help each other, share each other. If you don't have no money to give, share their stuff. What's wrong with sharing their stuff? Oh well, yeah. Oh well, call me after this. Oh well, you know, uh, she don't share my stuff. Well, you didn't share theirs neither. So let's change that narrative. And you
Right.
share theirs and be like, hey, I'm gonna share yours. You
Let's do
share
better.
mine.
Right.
Okay. And let's help each other.
Let's do
You
better.
know,
Right.
let's help each other. Let's look out for each other.
And I
Let's
think,
promote
like
each
I
other.
say, with what I do with the emotional awareness, Ma, that's a lot of it is just the ego and, like you say, past traumas of being hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And we, haven't really healed from that. And if you haven't healed, all you're gonna do is bleed off
Or
onto
somebody
everybody
else
you
that
come
don't
into
deserve
contact
it.
with.
You're
Hmm.
right. You're right. It is. It is that. It really is that. It is. And it's sad. It's hurtful. You know. And even if we all make mistakes, somebody could have said something out of pocket. This is seven. Seven is manifestation, but it's also emotional. This is gonna be an emotional year. People are in their
Hmm.
emotions. People are. So I always tell people, hold on, call me when you got your emotions together, so
Yes,
we can sit
ma'am.
down, agree to disagree, and it's okay.
Hmm.
But hold yourself accountable, because we
Right.
all fuck up.
We have
We
to,
all fuck up.
exactly. And it feels good when you get to your point in your life where you like, excuse me, you know what? I messed up. My bad. You know, where are we now? What, can I make amends? Or if I can't, I understand. And,
Okay.
be emotional. But this was the end of our episode. That's it. We go on. I don't have to talk about you and you don't have to talk about me. We move on. It's life.
Listen, my god brother asked me about someone the other day, and I said, "Oh, I don't mess with them." And he was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I don't." And it was respectful. Like they say the
Right.
same thing, so it's okay. And he was like, "Oh, but what if you see them at a drumming?" I I don't mess with the person. I'ma still respect their crown.
Right.
I don't mess with the person. The person is individual. The Risha ain't got nothing to do with that. Like no. But I also know how to put my stuff aside, because one, you pay a lot for these ceremonies, and why you gonna allow someone to come in there and fight or bring some beef in there? I'm coming with a bat, because you fucking my stuff that I didn't pay. What we get ready to argue, so we're not doing that. But what we will do is, listen, I don't mess with that individual, but I'm not going to disrespect their crown. I'm not going to disrespect their
Exactly.
reacher. So me and you, we don't rock, but it's okay. It's okay. And you move on. You don't have to, if they want to sit on their page and talk about people, God bless them. Be like, yeah, that's great. Do your thing.
Right.
God bless you. Thank you for the
Hmm.
money, because I do. I love to hear that goddamn coin thing. I'll be like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you want to sit there and do
Right.
that, that's great. That shit, listen, water off a duck's back. I'm
Back.
telling
Exactly.
you, do
Exactly.
not allow your emotions. If people want to go through something, God bless them. God bless them. But when your hands are clean and you're doing what's right, karma this year, this whole 2023, when y'all say karma coming to get her lick back, well, she here. She gonna
Come
be here
on.
for the whole duration. So we all ready to get our ass whooped. Y'all know how we go in grandma's house and somebody break the lamp and nobody say nothing and we all get our ass whooped? Let me tell y'all, my sisters and them would sit on the step and cry. I'd be out in the park, child, getting ice cream, all that. I'd wash my face, wiped off whatever wet I might have got left. I'm out. I come back, they still on the step crying, and I done got my stuff. And they be sitting there, where you get this at? Why the fuck you still sitting here crying? Child, move out the way. You still sitting here crying, letting the day go by because you and your emotions. I got shit to do. I got shit to do. You sit here and cry. Karma, we all
Love
did
it.
something. We all did something that we got to pay for. Be it good, bad, or indifferent. Y'all heard T.S.
Exactly.
Madison say, everybody working gonna get paid. So hope you
Mm.
get the
Come
good
on.
check. Okay? Because
Mm.
we've all done something that we only want God or Lofi and us to know. But we all done did something in our motherfucking life, because we all had to go through because of a bill, a man, a child,
Come
something
on.
that we
Talk
had to
good.
say for fuck
Talk
it.
good,
God, please
Madrina.
forgive me. Because don't sit here and act like your shit is shiny. No, no. If you lived in this goddamn world, you done did something.
You've had to show out at some point. Yes.
So, and we've all messed up. We've all had said something out of pocket, all of that, because that's where we learn. Our greatest lessons is we when we fall on rock bottom. Because when you get down there, you learn some real ass lessons that you would
Right.
never forget. So, by all means. We
So
are.
even in developing trust, Madrina, how do you gauge whether or not you should even like interact with what you see?
Listen, my godfather, Ibae, when he first read me, I never forget, right? Because he wasn't ready. I just met him, right? I was just meeting him. I was getting to read him. And he was like, yo, you know, you got to change your life and all that. And I was like, yeah, yeah. He said, yo, you trust me? I said, hell no, man. I don't trust nobody. I count my money when it come out the ATM. I don't trust nobody. So he started laughing. He was like, damn. He said, but damn, you know, he's like, I could get that. I said, but I'm going to do one better. I'm going to trust you until you give me a reason not to.
That right
And
there,
we
come
have
on.
to
That's what
change
the
the
street
narrative.
teaches you. The observation.
There you go.
And then
You can't kangaroo court people. Just
right.
listen. I get on women when they go, oh my God, all men are fucked up. Girl, you slept with all
No,
men?
just the
No.
one right.
Get mad at Mark that hurt you.
The
That's who you get mad at.
experience.
But all men ain't do
Right.
nothing to you.
Just him.
If
Not all
Sally
of them.
hurt you, get mad at Sally. But don't take it out on all of us. Because now you kangaroo courting me. You try and convicting me, and I ain't got shit to do with whatever you went through. Real talk. So, change the narrative. If this person that's coming in your life never did anything wrong but showed you love and showed you, okay, I got shit to do. I ain't gonna be on the phone with you all day. I got shit to do. Like you should have shit to do. So go and create
Fact.
something. So when we
Fact.
speak, we should have a beautiful conversation. One that we learning from each other, and then we move on. Real talk. And bless your heart, you learn more about yourself when you down. What? So you trust people until they give you a reason not to. And don't hold on to past hurt. Whatever someone did to you in the past, they ain't got nothing to do with these people that's in there. Let me tell you, I learned a very important lesson. The people I used to run with, they did. You know, you got the trauma bonding, right? And most people, they love
Exactly.
that because they
Yes.
went through something and they went through something. So they build up this friendship, which is false. But I
Mm-hmm.
met some sisters that were authors, established authors. And, you know, they said, sis, get on Patreon, you on Facebook, but be everywhere, right? But don't wear yourself out. We're gonna give you the formula, but what we ain't gonna do is sit here and wait for you. We going on our journey, and we'll let people know, yo, my sister's coming. But we continuing. We ain't gonna stop. We check in on you. You good? Okay. You need anything? We got you. Okay. But see, we're so broken that what we hear is, I don't trust women. I can't have women friends, or I don't want to ask nobody for nothing. But yeah, still you put your motherfucking cash app and ask a bunch of strangers. Don't tell me that, because I
Right.
tell a closed
Right.
mouth don't get fed.
Right.
Ego means easing God out. I'm gonna ask if I need it. Hey, who helping
Come
sister?
on.
What? But don't sit
Yes.
there and be like, I don't like asking people for nothing. And I go on your page and you got your cash app up. Who you asking? The spirit of the Lord? Like, hello?
Mm-hmm.
But we get into this mode because we want to be trauma bond, and we sit there and we want to, make everybody sit with their fears, because there's always room at the broken and depleted table. The misery. The
Right.
hardest part is removing yourself. And I
Right.
had to remove myself and get around women that were, not once have these sisters sat around and be like, yeah, girl, you see what she had on? No. Hey, y'all saw the stocks today? Well, shit, I don't know too
I
much about
say
stocks.
yes.
Stocks and,
Absolutely.
and debit. Yo, you got insurance?
Absolutely.
Insurance? Because I'm black. You know how it's called it. We a chicken and fish fry and GoFundMe until the life of me. And they were like, no, you don't got insurance? Nah. Real talk. I got insurance last year. Because, see, I wasn't well advanced. I didn't know what was, and y'all can judge me, but I'm letting you know. I didn't know which insurance I'm supposed to get. Is insurance of long-term, short-term? Like,
Right.
so they
And
was
where
like,
was the money for
educate yourself.
insurance when you got everything else? Let's just go ahead and keep it that way. I'm keeping the band with you because I stand with you. You got to take care of priorities first.
And I didn't know that. See,
Mm-hmm.
when you come in and you're a reader and you doing stuff and you're getting you being an entrepreneur, there's no book for it. People will tell you, they'll give you the gift of gab, but motherfucker ain't sitting down saying, yo, you got to do this. Everywhere you see, you want an LLC? Oh, yeah, I got an LLC. But responsibilities come with that. And
Absolutely.
then you got to pour into it. Girl, I work for myself. I'd be like, oh, so you're never off. What? or even seen them being
Mm.
done. There you go.
Watching them
So
words.
thank you. So when they was like, yo, you don't have life insurance, I was like, nah. They was like, okay, sis, I don't know who you've been hanging with, but let's go. Okay. So now I had to learn insurance. Now I got insurance. And I'm like, yo, okay. They
And
was
that's
like,
how
nah,
it
you got to
is.
put shit in priorities.
One,
Like, yo,
reach one,
this is how
teach
you doing
one.
it.
Each one, reach one, teach
And
one.
they're like,
But if
yo,
that trust
so
isn't
you
there,
know
that's the issue. Mm-hmm.
how we
But
do
we're going to get it
with
together.
the famous words, girl, I can't afford that now. No, live within your means. That's great. Don't try to compete because majority of these motherfuckers on here is scammers.
Fronting.
So I can't compete with a scammer.
Right.
Like you always gonna win, boo boo. When you budget, when you put those things in perspective, and then it was one sister, real talk, she was like, well, I'm on a fixed income. But then when they told her and you saw the things that she was spending on, yeah, I love getting my nails done too. You know, you want to get your eyebrows done, you want to do that. But it's so many FYIs, right? And things that you can learn, that you can do, that you can start saving.
Right.
And then not all of us are not gifted on doing makeup and things like that, but we all know how to heal. We all know how to take care of ourselves and things like that. And if you know you got cable, you got Wi-Fi, you got this, and if you got that, like,
We share.
okay. But
That's
then
what the
you
formidable
are
daughters do. We
what? But
share.
then you have to put down. So they taught me how to budget. Write down all the things you spend your money on. What
Mm-hmm.
is necessary, and what are you just wasting?
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you no lie, I love Starbucks, right? I always say I got shares in Starbucks, and I do, because then they taught me about stocks and dividends,
Yes, you
right?
always invest in what
So, and I talk about that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I always drink Starbucks. I make sure I take everybody to Starbucks. So it
Hey,
feels good when you get that little check that they cut you at the end of the month. So I'm sitting there like, okay, now I need to learn about this. Now I need to learn about that. And when you get it, you be like, oh, wow. But these are sisters that will teach you, walk you through it, and then they're gone because they have things they have to do. They're
right.
not sitting around you worrying about who don't like you and what don't like. And guess what? We ain't talking about the wealth because wealthy people, we haven't gotten there yet. We ain't involved there yet. But people that are established, guess what they don't do? They don't gossip about nobody. They don't worry if you like them or not.
They
They're not
own
worrying if
stuff.
you in
Come
your
on.
feelings.
That's
None
right.
of that. They are taking care of them and those that are around them. Jewish people will curse you out today, and 5 minutes later, hey, you want to do a collaboration? We got this and this.
But that's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
high vibrational. That's that
But
high
they
vibrational
are.
conversation.
They are. They're too busy. Idle
Mm-hmm.
hands bless your mouth. Idle hands are the devil's plaything.
Come
So if you know
on.
you're not busy, okay, and you use these things as your tool. If you have a business, then yeah, you get on, you promote your business, you promote those things, you get some sponsors, and you clock the fuck out and go and handle your real stuff.
Facts.
I love you and Prince Eli would get on. And Prince Elias, he would get on 5 o'clock in the morning. I used to be like, yo, who the fuck is up 5 a.m. doing readings? But from him doing that and clocking out at 4 o'clock, he just opened up his own shop,
Wow.
selling his own product.
You got to
And
keep at it.
you got to be consistent. But every time he went to people and they would shut the door, my mother told me that. When you're looking for something and you can't find it, then God put it in your heart for you to create it.
Come on, Madrina.
So I've shown people, hey,
That's
while you sleep,
exactly it.
let's learn to make some money. You want to make a calendar, you want to make a journal, you want to make some tarot cards, whatever it is. Let's start doing it. Let's start building. I don't have time to be sitting here worrying about, oh, I'm not gonna be doing this because they're doing this, and I'll be like, child, what you doing? Why you worrying about them? Why you over there in the yard? Why? Let's do you. And I did. I told all my kids, I said, no, I'm not giving y'all no money. The same way I had to earn it, but I want to put you in a position where you can make an income while you're sleeping. And all of them did it. So the first ones you have to heal is your family. Then you move on to
Absolutely.
your God kids and everybody in your community and you teach them. No, everybody's not going to be for it. Some people are going to talk about it because of fear, because of ego, because of pride, or because they done trauma bond with somebody else. And, oh,
Yes,
Ifa
ma'am.
Bayo thinks she better than everybody. Child, those are the
Yes,
people I'm
ma'am.
not worrying about. Maybe my hands are not the ones to bring you to the river. It's okay. And I know how to walk away and be like, okay,
Right.
well, bye. Maybe me and you, we
Mm-hmm.
may
And that's
not
what I
blend.
tell people.
And
I'm
it's
not the
okay.
teacher for everyone, and I'm okay with that.
Listen, you know that saying, I ain't everybody cup of tea. That's okay. That's
That.
cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Go with God. But what we're not going to do is do the disrespect.
Graciously and
That's it.
expeditiously. Right. Mm-hmm.
That's it. What? Yeah, you can write in caps. I do it to make it easier. No, please. Listen. I'm not that person where they be like, oh, when you write in caps, you screaming
You
at me.
yelling at me.
That
I
is
know it.
Jesus Internet. If you listen,
Right. If you don't leave me alone, you still ready?
people will like because I was writing cats, right? Because I can't see. I
Mm-hmm.
wear glasses.
I've been told that before. I'm like,
And somebody was like,
mm-mm.
"Oh, you're screaming at me." I'm just so I can see it. The shit is small. I need to see it. But I'm not that. If any platform anywhere I'm on, it's a safe space. I want you to be authentic. Say what you say. If you curse 50 million times, and the elders were saying that if I bear, you curse a lot. Well, blame you. Blame Yale. Because Yale did an experiment and they had 10 people in one room and 10 people in another room. Those people that did not curse suppressed that because they couldn't express themselves authentically. They started stealing. They had money in the envelope. They had
See
some
what I'm
stuff over
saying?
there.
Now
And
you
those
see?
people were stealing. A lot of them was using drugs and they was doing all that.
Now you
But the
see?
motherfuckers that was in that
Hiding.
other room that was
Mm-hmm.
cursing and being themselves, they didn't touch nothing and they was happy. So be
There it
you.
is. There it
Be
is.
authentic. Be you. I want you to be you. God created you. You are necessary. That means you are needed. I need you to be here, to be you. That's what people need. No one wants to be somebody that's a book that's written and being like, oh, I'm following this. Santo. We need people that are authentic, that been through some shit, that understand me, my plight. Even if you didn't go through too much hardship, because you got some people that, girl, no, all I know is that I lived without lights one year. Well, great. Shit, I might have lived without lights. Thank you. We can connect with that. How did you get your lights back on? That's all I
Mm-hmm.
need. I don't want to know your whole formula. I just want to know what made you continue. What was that fire that kept you going? Because
Right.
I got to go
Right.
through some shit and it
And
may
it's
not be
for
the shit
me,
you
and
going through.
see, for me, it is the tradition. I have been through a lot of things. I mean, I tell people, I even, at some point, even with my upbringing, atheist, agnostic. Like, God, why would you do this to me? Because I'm always there for everybody. I'm always, I'm always doing. And even in that, when I got to the tradition and I got my readings, it started to help me understand why I had gone through what I had gone through. And then you as an elder taking the time to just say, hey, let me explain this to you. This is what your letter means. This. I needed that
Listen,
because I was at the brink
listen.
of quitting.
When I started learning, Eli, Leto, and Angel made my ceremony so beautiful that that was the beginning. So I want to make everyone's ceremony beautiful. My crowning was beautiful. Everything that I had was beautiful. Now, maybe behind the scenes, it might have been crazy, but for mine and my twin, it was beautiful. We enjoyed it.
Mm.
And from that, set the precedent to everything I touch. I want it to be beautiful. I want to walk you through it because I did have those people to walk me through it. So, yes, I wasn't raised in this. I sold drugs, God damn it. So, this is a whole new
I
world for
done
me.
seen so much of everything, and I just want to share. I just want to be able to say, I get it. You're okay, even though we don't want you to keep doing the stupid shit that you're doing. But I want you to understand that it's bringing you to a higher power. It's bringing you to God. So Olofi, so you can figure out what it is you need to do, and it ain't gonna change overnight. Give yourself some grace. God gives us grace, you know. And like I say, even just the studying and like you say, my ceremony, beautiful. I felt new.
There you
If that
go.
makes sense. For the
So,
first
if you,
time.
you went through all of that, and never allow no one to tell you no. I remember I went to a Luo house And you have some people that they cocky. Oh, your ceremony wasn't done right. And like I said, most people wasn't ready for me. So while we were sitting there, I gave respect. I prayed to a ruler. I gave an offering because I was there with a friend. I wasn't there for a reading or anything, but I'm being respectful. And he just started questioning me. Who did your ceremony? I bet you it's done wrong. I said, hold on, pause, player. He said, what? Pause.
That part.
Pause. And he was like, what? I said, no, pause. I said, because my godfather did. I have faith in what I got. And we're not doing that. And he was like, oh, so who's your crown? Oshun? He was like, oh, I can't ever disrespect children of Oshun. Okay. But what we're not going to do is sit here and we go back and
Go
forth
back
of
and forth,
what's
right?
doing this, how many keys I got, who did what. Stop. He was like, oh, do you know yo, dude? First of all, unless and I will say this because it is a constant battle between elders and other elders, and it all depends on how your elay is. So what I would suggest is go to your godparents and ask them, right? So I'm just telling you my experience. So when he was sitting there and he said, oh, what's your do? And I said, well, what's yours? Real talk. I was like, what's yours? So he had told me his, and I was like, oh, okay, mine is Obeyono. He said, oh, you can't tell people your do. I said, pause, player. Yeah, then and you should have saw it because even the girl that was with me, she was like, you were sitting like a lady, but when you started, you took that skirt and put it between, and you were sitting like a nigga, and I was like, yeah. And he was like, so who's your father? I said, Ogun. He was like, oh, okay.
Getting
And
ready.
he was like, so what's your signal? I said, Obeyono. And he was like, oh, but I said, no. Pause. I said, pause, player. Pause. My godfather made sure we learned how to do. I said, that's one. Two, what we're not going to do is do the back and forth. He said, you in my house. I said, I don't care if I was in the house of the Lord. You can ask me to leave. I can go sit in the car. He was like, oh, okay. Like, no, what we're not going to do. Like, if you have something on my do and it's something like, wow, okay, that's confirmation. Okay. But some people, unless they tell you, because you have some people that have that, don't share your do because you can use it. People can use it.
Mm-hmm.
But my belief is this. You stronger than the ruler and the low feet because that's who gave it to me. So if I give it to you, maybe you know that in Obeyono, I can't eat with a fork. In Obeyono, I can't drink coffee. In Obeyono, I can't walk under the scaffolds. In Obeyono, I have to be careful. I have to know patience. So maybe you can help me to say, oh, slow down. You Obeyono. Oh, no, don't put a fork on her plate. Like, okay. But if you're doing it just so you can, but you got to do, pause.
Right.
Because
it's the energy.
At the end of the day, I'm going to go to the one that gave me the old do. Hey, can we pull down a ruler? And there's some things I need to ask. You're not a ruler. You didn't sit on the mat with me. That's why when people be like, oh, you can't do this. Did you sit on the mat? Because even when I was in Yawo, and they was like, oh, Yawos can't read. Why? A ruler and Arisha said, no, go do readings. So what's the problem? As long as I clean myself to continue. So why are you worrying about the wrong thing? Worry about your old dude and what you doing. Oh, I don't have one. Those are usually the people that, or the ones that think they know what I say. People are so heavily bound, they know earthly good. They they so high up that they forget.
Exactly.
That
We
even
miss
birds got to come
God.
down
Right?
and
We
drink
missing
water.
Olofi, Olodumare, the point.
Yeah. So it's really up to your godparents, because I do want to state that it's up to your godparents. Mm-hmm. If they say you can share your dude, then great. But if not, I mean, some people are asked. Some people will be like, oh, what's this? And who are you? And okay, call my godparent. That's when you should say, call my godparent. Because what you're asking
that's a great
is like asking, can you wear my panties? And that's not what we're doing. So ask my godparent or talk to my mentor or talk to the person that's guiding me. And that's it. At the end of the day, thank you for the love. But yeah, do that. But just don't come and overstep. And I remember a sister tried to do that. She didn't have her goon crown. And she was like, oh, Goon told me. I said, we're not doing that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I got 6 godparents. I got 2, a godmother and a Jabona. I got 2 godfathers and Ifa. And I have a Tata and a Yai. If they're not calling me to tell me, and they really have Ogun and I have Ogun, so why he going to skip over all of us to talk to you? Oh, because no. And I had this dude tell me, he woke up, I don't know what got in his cereal. I don't know who Jesus he was talking to. He said, "Oh, your spirit is in my house." I said, "What's your address?" He said, "Why?" I said, "So can I mail all her stuff there? Because what's she doing
No.
at your house? Why she over there? When she supposed to be here?" I said, "Damn her. Why she there? Because she can stay there then. What's your
Right.
address so I can mail all her stuff so she there?"
Right.
He was like, "Oh, she's black." Mm-mm. Because I'm black, that's what you're going to say? "Oh, she's a gypsy." She's not. She a Creole woman. She took me to Haiti because she wanted to see me so I could see her who she was. And we went. And
Oh
there's a
God, right,
picture with
disaster.
me sitting there and these
Stop.
two dudes is
Right.
behind me and they got machetes. And I didn't even know they were standing behind me. I was like, shit. And they was like, damn, we're going to go with you wherever you want. And then when we were sitting there, the lady walked up and she was talking to me. And I was like, damn, Rosemary, okay. To let me know, I brung you here. I brung you here to see where you came from. And people were like,
Mm.
oh my God, I didn't know you was Haitian. My great grandfather is. No, I was born here. But I love the language so much. But when she come down, she speaks Creole. No.
Mm.
So why she coming down? And she only comes down when it's necessary. So why she coming down for anybody else? So she
For
not no
y'all.
circus act.
Right.
I'm not doing that. I'm on a live and Bella, I'm a ghost shop. And you. I'm not no fucking circus act. For what? I mean, God
No.
bless those that do it, but
No.
that's not how
Please
that's not
don't.
how she
Right.
do it.
That's not.
Oh, different strokes for different folks. I'm not here to throw shade because I know what y'all try to do on Jesus'
Right.
internet. So we're not doing it.
And we're
But
not. No
no,
shade, no flex, no disrespect. But the truth is the truth.
but she
The
ain't
fact.
coming down.
Right.
And if you don't speak Creole, how she gonna give the message? If you don't speak Creole, you don't speak Creole, and she only speaks Creole, how she gonna give the message?
Where? Right. Where?
But I will say this, and I was so amazed because it was a good girlfriend that told me this. Lito, right? I love Lito. Lito is Crown Oshun. Whenever his Oshun come down, because Lito is Spanish, whenever his Oshun come down, she talks to me in English. Real talk. She talked to me in English. I was like, and my good girlfriend said that. She said, that's how you know Oshun is down because when she go over there, she speak whatever language, and when she go over there. And then when I went to let it be known, when I went and we took Lito and all of them to a ceremony, Hindu ceremony, and
Mm-hmm.
Kali came down, and they was like, oh, you need a translator. And Kali said,
Mm.
how can I be a goddess and not speak in every language? I said, ooh. And she
Wow.
did. Yeah. So listen, your spirit gonna come down, and or you even if you in a misa in a situ, your spirits are not gonna have you sitting there confused. They are going to definitely, you will understand everything that's being done. Real
Mm-hmm.
talk.
Mm-hmm.
You'll walk into a room and you'll be like, okay, no, you don't have to share what you see, but you already know something not right over there, or you'll go. If Jess is still on here, when they had in Queens the bus, we was getting ready to get on the bus, and I was like, nah, we're gonna walk. And she was like, yeah, I feel the same way. When we got to the train, the dude had already shot up the bus. Listen, when you are connected with your agon,
Right. Right.
no. And you don't need, listen, I'm a strong believer. When spirit give you a message, the message is for you
It's for
first,
you.
to
Mm.
get your life in order. I can't give a message to the world until I first make it fit me, because that's who's talking.
Mm.
Now, unless you're doing a consultation or something, then that's a different thing. But if you're sitting there, spirit gonna give it to you. You're gonna get a download or whatever you want to call it. You're gonna get it. But can't nobody tell you how to speak to your spirits. And a lot of people be overstepping themselves with that. Oh,
Mm.
but your
Come on,
spirit
my
say,
friend.
no, my spirit's already told me. I can't go to Toya and be like, well, your spirit ain't speak. She gonna look at me and be like, auntie, you a goddamn fool. What you smoking? My spirit talk to me. You can't. You cannot tell people how their spirit's supposed to talk to them. You can't even listen. Jess is on here. They was saying, oh, you got to put coffee up there. Jess was like, my mother ain't drink coffee. I said, what your mother drink? She said, Pepsi. Girl, put Pepsi up there. And she had an instant
Right.
connection. I can't tell you what to put up there.
Right.
There's a basics on how many cups and all of that, yeah. But if you're doing an ancestor altar, those your ancestors, they ain't mine. I don't know them.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Do what you feel. If they say put rice and beans on that motherfucker, put rice and
Get
beans
it
on
up
there.
there.
If they
Right.
tell you they want some mild burls, then put some mild. If they want some spam, put some spam up there. I got some two-row snuff. I got some stuff because that's what they wanted.
Right.
I'm
That's
gonna
how I
make
am
sure
by my
they get
Aunt
what they
Lucy.
want.
She her 211
What?
on her
I
birthday.
said, listen, you put that plate of food on there, because as long as their plate is full, your plate will never be empty. As long as there's a candle lit, your roads will never be dark. As long as there's water there, you'll always have a foundation to stand on.
Mm,
That's
mm,
why you do.
mm. And you are
But I
so
can't
right. And
come and
see,
tell folks your
that's what I'm talking
grandmother
about.
said, and you
I
don't know
don't
my grandmother. You never met my
can't
grandmother. You
question
didn't
it.
know me, son.
I ain't losing
What?
nowhere. I went to the
There you
doctor
go.
today. Everything is wonderful.
Yeah, see? And bless you, Toya, baby, because some people will say, "Oh, you have to put white, right?" So what if your spirit say,
Mm,
"I don't want white. I want," she said, hers like purple and
purple
gold.
and gold.
So
That's
I'm
right.
supposed to go over there and be like, "That's wrong. Take it off." I don't speak to
I
your
don't know.
spirits.
Right. Exactly.
My God, if you see, I got a beautiful cloth, and they was like, "Oh, it has to be white." Who? Who say so? That's what she wanted. I gave it to her, and it
Right.
was confirmed when I was there. And she said, "Mm-mm." I said, "All right, girl, that's what you want. I'm gonna give it to you." But you can't just tell me, "Oh, you have to put this, and you got to put this, and you got to put that." If you know my mother and you want to fuck with her, she'll burn all this shit down. Your candles be on fire. She play. She said what she said. There you go. You put what it is your ancestor altar. You put what your people want.
Exactly right.
Two
That's
rows.
the
If they
part
want
of your
two rows,
spirituality. That's the part of being a spiritualist. You know your folk.
I got a brick. What? Don't tell me what to do with. There you go. It's for them. Listen, I remember me and my daughter was in the store, and I saw the Lord, the green and white box. I said, "Oh, I got to get it and put it on there." And my daughter, she always, whenever she sees it, she go, "Minnie don't burn no chicken." I said, "She sure don't." And I put that Lord up there. And that bell hooks seasoning that they put for the turkey, child, put that up there, the 2 rows, all of that. That's theirs. And because I have more women than I have men in there, when I was in the store and I smelt this, like before I even brought it, I smelt this man cologne, and I was like, damn. So when I saw the can, I sprayed, I said, "Oh shit, this is it." So every other day I sprayed a man cologne around there to let it know, okay, a man is here. You know, I have to also give to my male ego.
Right.
There you go. And we do. We don't we have people dictate, and while they're dictating, they're erasing our very history, our culture, or whatever. I had a Hindu god sister, and I'm like, they was like, "Oh, you can't put that up there." I said, "Girl, you better put all your stuff for your people."
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
no. And she has a great love for Kali. So I was like, "Girl, make you an altar for Kali too, if that's how you want. Make the
Mm-hmm.
whole pujan and all
Kali
of
is
that with the little
amazing.
incense and all of that. You
Amazing
you
entity.
can't
Yes.
take away from your very, this is who you are." I was like, "You can't do that." Like, yeah. You know, thank you. Because they were told that. So now they want to bring it down. And also, let me just touch on this a little bit, because that saying that it triggers, it don't even trigger, it pisses me off. It ain't even triggering, it pisses me off. When people go, "Oh, well, I had to do it, you had to do it." Huh? You didn't like the abuse. Why are you trying to pass this shit on down to me? If my kids don't like eating okra, I'm not gonna force them to eat it because I had to eat it. If my children didn't like this and this, I'm not gonna pass that trauma on down.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's come up with a solution. And guess
Mm-hmm.
what? I'm not gonna ask. If it's something that's dealing with Santo, guess what? I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask man. I'm gonna go get an Uber and sit here and bring down whoever I need to bring down and ask them what is that we can do. And if
Mm-hmm.
it has to come to it where they have to do something, now we're gonna have a conversation, because I'm gonna leave it in your hands. I have a goddaughter that never wore a skirt in her fucking life. I'm not going to force her to wear a skirt as long as you're comfortable. Now, if at the end of the day, if a ruler or one of them say, "Hey, then boo boo, put it over your pants and let's rock and roll." But
Right.
I'm gonna definitely have that conversation with you. I'm not going to pass down trauma on trauma, because people do that. And hurt people only know how to hurt other people.
Come
Because
on.
I tell you, these people don't know how to heal. So
They
they
don't.
know how to hurt other people, and they want to pass this trauma on. "Well, I had to do it. Did you like it? No. Then why the fuck are you trying to make
Would
me
you
go
want
through
me to? Right. Me do.
it?" So
Have to do it.
I always go to them forever. Listen, in my job, that's what Oshun told me. She said, "Don't listen to man. If you got a problem, come to me or a ruler." That's it.
Mhm.
And baby, the same way when people hit me in the head with stuff, I go, "You love your Orisha, you love your crown, you go all that." And I learned that from my twin, because my twin will tell you, I ain't going against my crown. So I be damned, you ain't going against yours. So you right, Toya, bless your mouth, because that's how you're supposed to do. Now, if someone say, "Well, hey," and now it's a difference. If it's spiritual stuff, no, stop. But if it's, "Hey, I have this oil, or I know of this vendor that's selling this oil, and maybe if they're gonna give you a plug, by all means, give me the information. I'm gonna check it out myself. Thank you for the hookup. Thank you for the plug. I appreciate you. What's your cash
Mhm.
app? Maybe I send you a little something, and that's it. Thank you." But what we're not gonna do is, "Oh, my spirit spoke to me and told me to tell you, you can see my shit, you can't see yours." Mm-mm. That's what I told you.
Ooh, wait a minute
Justice
now.
is
Come
fine
on.
in the
Come on.
courthouse, but out in the street, that bitch got eyes. Don't come
Mhm.
and I told you what my godmother did. She told her lady, she said, "If you tell me something that's not right, I'm gonna
Mhm.
punch you in your fucking
Mhm.
throat." So if you gonna base something on something that you might have saw or heard on my page, I'm gonna respectfully, to heal me will remove you from
The
the
heal
building.
me. Yes, sir.
I will respectfully move you. I don't care how many years we got. What we not gonna do is that. If I didn't ask you, don't just give me uninvited, because I don't do it to nobody. And I don't need to match energies, because I'll be damned if I jump off my heel chair to jump down in the mud. That I'm not doing.
Come on.
But
Wait a
what
minute.
we're
I got
not gonna do is sit here, and if I'm always respectful to you, and I respect you, and I respect what it is you're doing,
right.
don't come with "Oh, my spirit said," or "My spirit." Keep that to yourself, because go and pray, light a candle and pray for me then, because don't come and tell me something, "Oh, my spirit said," or "I had a dream that God told me," and your kid's acting a fool, or you see your shit is fucked up. God didn't tell you about your problems first? Because
Mm-mm.
I listened to the Southern song, "Sweep in front of your own front door before you come sweeping around mine."
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
what part are you not getting?
We
We're not
will
doing
come
that.
sweep
Don't do that.
around
It's wrong to
the
people.
front
It
door.
is. What?
Mm.
Y'all gotta
Mhm.
really, we have to stop. It's help each other. Help
Right.
each other. Network each other. Teach each other. Support each other. What? Don't pray for me and pray for you. That's right. Hey, listen. And it's good to remember where you come from. I once shared, because I'm gonna talk about that. I was sharing something about, and I love it, because I saw her before she got on Toya's show, but the Conjure Woman that's on, and I was sharing how when the ancestors do things, they did things to make sense. So I shared
Mm-hmm.
one of the lives, and people were in my inbox, "Oh, we don't do that over in Cuba, we don't do that in DR, we don't do that over in Jamaica." I'm from the South, man. I know what we do in the South. I never lived in those other places. But thank you for enlightening me. And then she turns around and did another one saying she's coming from the part of. I was sending my picture to people like, "You do know I'm black." Like that, I can only talk of my plight. Now, if you want to share yours, by all means, do that. But don't get on and sit here and be like, "Oh, well, this is how they do it." I wasn't raised there. I was raised in the South by a Southern woman. So I know that. I know with my aunts and my mama and papa and all of them. And I put a
That.
picture to let them see, yeah, I was raised by all the men in my family as well as the women. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you. But I can only come from what they taught me. I'm happy for you to share, but we don't need to dog each other out, because you may know something. Once again, let's remember the Ogun and Chelsea story. Just because you're good at one thing, you're not good at everything. So we're all welcome at the table. No one should be turned away. That's this will do for this year. Everyone is welcome at the table. And I remember, if y'all watched the video on Caribbean Cultural Center, where one person had asked, "What about gay people?" And all of the Luos, as well as the Obas and Orientals, they say it's not about you being gay or straight. We're all welcome at the table. Everyone is welcome. We can't
Mm.
turn no one away. And if they don't know, then teach them, educate them. Don't belittle them. Don't be online bickering. It's serving no purpose. For what? For what? What is it going to get? Two people arguing over what?
Over what?
Over
Missing
what?
God. Missing God. Right.
Because if
Missing the
you're both,
healing.
listen, I remember this was like 7 years ago. They had this Arisha uh, page. And this young boy got on and he made one question. He said, "If a ruler came back today or tomorrow, would he be happy? They got in that boy and dragged him. Who are you? I bet you ain't even crowned. You sound stupid.
That
They
is,
put the
yep.
picture up
That
there
sounds like what they
saying,
were saying.
oh my God. Yeah, you can't, more than one person can be good at anything. You're right. So they put up his picture. They were saying he's not even crowned. How dare he speak of a ruler and all of that. They dragged him. So I was at my godmother's house and they had an event and all the elders was in there. So I asked them, right? I said, hey, let me ask y'all a question. And I know what y'all like to do, y'all elders. Y'all like to tussle, so don't tussle with me. I just want to ask because I saw it on Facebook. And they was like, ask. I was like, okay. I said, if a ruler came back today or tomorrow, would he be happy? My godmother came out that kitchen. She said, hell no, he won't. Because we allow ego, we allow emotions, we allow all that. And the ruler said, everybody's welcome on the mat. Everybody, no one is turned away. If you come for help, that's what he did. He went around the world teaching those dudes, teaching spirituality. We haven't done that. We get around these cliques, we get around these people. Either we're
Right.
going to do something. And then the first thing we want to do, oh, I got problems. You don't have no fucking problems because if anything that man and money can fix, you don't have a goddamn problem. So find solutions and let's work together at the end of the day. How
Anything that
about
man
that?
and money could fix. I'm talking good.
No, for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
And see,
Anything
that's
that
why
man
I
and
love
money
that
can
you're the
fix.
type of elder that will share these things, because it's dropping jewels, building more crowns. That's
But
exactly
that's
what
how I
you're
was
doing by
taught.
sharing.
That's what I was
And
taught.
I
I was taught
love you
that.
for that.
It
I
don't have
do.
nothing to do. Listen, my godmother and them, that's the one thing I have to say. And everyone in the community, my godfather, Ifa today, and everyone, Tony Shango, Cabo Sile, Padrino, Jerry, everyone I came
Mm-hmm.
across, they gave me wisdom. They shared their story. They spoke to me. And all of them say the same thing. A bad name travels fast. Make
Mm.
sure you know where you're aligning yourself to. You're going to fuck up, but hold yourself accountable. And if you fuck up, know how to apologize. If you hurt someone, know how to have a solution. Even if y'all agree to disagree and go your separate
And go
ways,
your separate
it's
way.
okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But own your shit. Spiritual and everything. Learn. Sit with your elders. Don't learn everything on Google because Google and all
That
that
part.
is not. Sit with your elders. Sit with people. Learn to listen. If somebody hurt you, get mad at them and find a way of solving it. If you cannot, then move on and don't hold that. Forgive them for yourself first. We've all been beaten, abused, raped, all of that.
Come
And
on.
they
Talk
survived.
good, Ma.
So we can survive. Because this is the year. This is the year where we go through of processing our shit. And now we have to do better. This is the year. I don't have time. Listen, I love what Kevin Hart said. I don't got time to be angry. You know how much fucking energy that takes to be
It
mad and
does.
just be bitter and holding on to that shit? That's too long. That's too long. If I'm worrying about who's gonna do something to me, shit, shoot your best shot. I got echoes. I'm not worrying about you. They told me to do this. I'm doing this. That's why they there. I don't need to get online killing the chicken, showing the pie. I ain't gotta do none of that. I am here to do what I was called to do, not worry about what anybody else. And those that come to the table, they are welcome. I make round tables, not long tables. We all here. But we don't have time. It's too much energy to be fighting and battling and being online throwing shots and shit. There you go. I'm not, yes. Hey, now, and I will say that because it's true. Trust me. He didn't say that no weapon won't be formed. People have their own shit. But, you know, listen, shoot their best shot at the end of the day. Because most times when you ask someone, well, why don't you like me? And which I'm standing on 50 Cent, I give zero fucks. If you don't like me, good. Don't be in my face. Online
Mm.
as well as it is in the street. Real
Mm-hmm.
talk. But
Mm-hmm.
if you don't like me or whatever, then don't do the weird shit. Don't follow me. Get off my page. Go live your life.
That.
Go live your life. You don't got to make 50 million fake
So
pages to do
that
all
is
that
that
shit.
is
You ain't
that
got
is
to do
like
that.
you say, that's upstairs. That you
It
don't
is.
like me,
But
yet
if
you
you
still
are
want
so
to see what I'm
busy
doing.
worrying about what someone's doing to you, you know how many people, oh my God, somebody's throwing at me. Somebody's throwing at me. At first,
It
I
be
didn't know what the
your
fuck that means.
own
I
mess.
did. I remember when I heard that shit. When somebody was like, yeah, somebody throwing something at me. And I'm looking around for a rock, like, throw it back. Because I didn't, like I said, I did not grow up in this religion. I didn't. I'm learning, and I'm still a student. Because when somebody said, I tell you, no lie, we were standing outside on Hunts Point in the Bronx, and they was like, yeah, somebody throwing at me. And I'm standing around looking, my brother was like, what you looking for? I said, a rock. She
Where
said,
they
what you
at
looking for? A
though?
rock? I said, he
Where?
said somebody throwing something at him. Throw a rock back. She said, girl, sit your country ass down and sit over there. I said, oh, okay. Like, I didn't know. I really didn't. You know, and I've never seen, one time I had to ask my godfather, I said, we sell drugs? He said, why? I said, yo, everybody always looking over their shoulder. Like, I
But
did
that's
that in
why
the
a
street.
lot of
What?
scammers.
You ain't never, you had to look for the police, motherfuckers to set you up, the fiends you was servicing. You had to make sure
Exactly.
you had to have
That's a
peripheral and
different
extra
life. It's a
eyes.
different life. Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, why are we still doing that? Like, why are we worrying about who's doing
Mm-hmm.
what? Like, yo, I'm asleep. How can you sleep like this? And because people will play on your mental.
But that's why I was gonna say that's how the scammers getting all that money, ma, because they got that.
Listen,
Can you take this off for me? Can you do?
listen, let me tell you, I took some months off, right? And I'm gonna share this one. I took some, and if you ever hear my podcast, you will hear the same story. I took some months off because I wanted to know how the scammers get people. Right? I did. I wanted to know how they get people. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, all the scammers I know, they got one rule. One rule, and their rule is to eat. They don't care. They'll lay with their girl and rob
That
her ass. They
part.
give zero fucks. They'll rob a blind, crooked man. They give no care because they got one
That.
rule. I need to survive. That's it. They don't care about nothing else. But spiritually, I'm wondering how these people get off of tens of thousands of dollars with these scammers. Like I had to know because I was
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
obsessed with it for some months. Like, yo, I was following all the scammers. Like I was in their inbox. Like, yo, how the fuck people are? You know you ain't crown. You know you're not this. But you know what? The one thing I found out, they listen to people. They play the long game. Trust me, they
Exactly.
play the long game. They
Yeah.
listen to people. And when people go, oh my God, I think my man, girlfriend is cheating, is hexing me. And they make them feel comfortable where they
Learn
can
from that.
share whatever it is with no judgment. And they allow them to express who they are. And I'm like, you know, with spiritual people, you know what we do? Girl, you can't do that. Nope, you can't do that. No, you can't say that. Mm-mm. No, I'm crowned this. You can't do that. No, no, no. And the first thing somebody's gonna say is, well, damn, what can I do? I can go back to church then. The fuck? You can't do that. Nope, you have to pray it this way. Nope, you can't do that. You gotta
Yeah.
buy this. What
Yeah.
about educating people? Showing them. Because that's what the scammers do. They educate them. Even though some of their shit they get off of Google, they still educate them. They educate them. They make them feel confident and they make them feel comfortable and they don't have no judgment. And they meet people where they
Where
are.
they
So let me
are.
say that again. They meet people where they are. They do not sit there and be like, oh, I have a crown and I have a degree and I have this and I have that. Well, I don't know that. I don't. But they meet people where they are. They don't lie to entice their ego. They meet people. If I'm a woman and I'm a sex worker and I never know how it is to fill out an application and I don't know what it is to get out here because, let's be honest, I don't know how y'all was raised, but I'm going to tell you how I was. If my good girlfriend, I can trust this bitch. She can go and pick up my kids. I can trust her because when I got it, I can't make it to the store because I got to argue with my baby daddy, Mookie, and them. She can
Come
take my
on, tell
motherfucking
the story,
EBT
ma.
card and go and get my baby's day stuff. So if I got booster friends that's out there and I give them what $70 on food stamps, they can
You
get
gonna be
little
straight.
mook mook and my babies and them some Pampers. Now you're telling me I can trust this bitch because I know on Monday and Thursday she out here hustling and she gonna make sure I eat because we looked out for each other. Now I'm meeting you and you saying you spiritual and you giving me all these things that I don't know. And you telling me of words and stuff that I never heard because they ain't teach me that in public school and PSI
Mm-hmm.
2-3. So I need to know how, and because if I change, I'm going to lose my friends that I can count on. My family and them going to be against me. Now, if you shaky in on Rocky Road, how I know to trust you? Because we can be friends today and enemies tomorrow. So I
Mm.
need to know, are you consistent? Are you long standing? Because now I'm ready to lose my man in them. And what about the brothers that are out here hustling and they
Hustling.
are taking care of their families and now you telling them they can't sell drugs no more?
No more.
So what is the
Mm-hmm.
other thing that they
Realities.
need to do?
Realities.
So now you got to help them. Where's your Rolodex of resources? Because now I'm leaving. You telling me to stay off the streets. But what's another way of living? Because
Right.
this is all I know. Are you going to teach them how to fill out an application?
Right.
Are you gonna show them
Mm-hmm.
how to go out here and talk to people? Because all I know how to do is curse. My vernacular is limited. Now you gonna
Mm-hmm.
show me? Are you gonna take that time to help me?
That's what I signed up for, Mom. That's what I signed up for.
Because I got a goddaughter named Eve. When I tell you, for real, E would E, they used to call me if I took a day off from an exam because they used to be like, yo, for real. They even the cops, yo, D, you gotta come up here. What's the matter? Your goddaughter's here. Okay. E was a sex worker. E sold her ass. E hustled. E scammed. E did all of that. So now she's with me, and I'm like, no, baby. Now I'm sitting here teaching her how to fill out a job application. I'm
Right.
showing her. But E has trust issues. So E would say something, and then she'd be like, oh, God, mommy's mad at me. No, I'm not mad at you. I love you even in your brokenness and your wrong.
Mm.
But till this day,
All
she
right.
live in Cali. Her and my daughter still friends. And she'll tell you, my godmother is gangster, but yeah, I put her through. E would be out there fighting, and I'd be like, God damn it. Putting 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, putting on fucking jeans and sweatpants, and like, come on. Oh, I call Angel, Angel. E
Right.
did this.
See,
He's
that's
like,
why.
child,
See,
that's your
you
goddaughter.
like me. You a godmama for real. You ain't just got the T-shirt that said you a godmama for real.
Putting on
That's what I
sweatpants at
signed
2
up
or 3,
for.
calling my daughter Didi
They don't
Didi,
know
where
about
E at?
that life, right?
What? Ma, she over there in Bricktown arguing. God damn it. Here I am. E, bring your ass. Y'all got this is just how y'all got my fucking godmother out here. I'm like, girl, calm down. Calm, we not doing this. Be like, excuse me, officer, what my goddaughter do? Yeah, I'm here. I'm here for. No, she in the back with a fuck them. We gonna do voodoo to you, girl. Sit down. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
got those. You got
Hmm.
those are the ones. Cause
And
you
they
already
were, and
seen
somewhere
society
along the
gave up on
line,
you.
God knew that you had to be there for them, just like you had to be there for me. And I appreciate you. I do. I'm
Listen,
thankful. So
and
just
I
keep
don't do it to
building.
say,
Keep
oh,
building.
well, I'm going to be the great. No, because let me tell y'all, Angel and them, God bless them. Because when I tell you I was not perfect, what I remember, I'm going to tell y'all real talk, because I wasn't raised in this. So here I am. Nobody didn't tell me you're supposed to take your leckies off, right? No, they didn't. And if they did, I wasn't listening, right? So for real, I used to smoke mad weed and be like, yeah. So Angel took me to get a reading from the Oba, right? He was crowned Obatala, right? And he came up from Florida. And there you go. And so this was my plan in my head, right? I was gonna go with Angel to Brooklyn. And I was gonna go with Angel to Brooklyn, get this reading, and I was gonna leave his ass and go get my swerve on, roll me a blunt, go get my swerve on, and shit, just chill. Right? That was my plan. I ain't tell nobody my plan, but that's what I was doing. Like,
Right.
he my
By
godfather.
yourself. You was coming out the bookie gang gang. Go
Spiritual
ahead.
is it's not an all day thing. I need to go get my swerve on,
That.
and I'm chilling with you. Make sure you good, and then I'm out. So he went and he said he did the reader with the shells. He said, but he said she don't fully understand this. And Angel was like, what? And Angel didn't even know I had kids. He was like, yeah, because her kids, Angel came in the kitchen. He was like, she got kids? He said, yeah, she got kids. And I said, yeah, I got kids. And he was like, get out. He said, no, she don't talk about her life. He said, but I'm getting ready to drag her. And I said, what? He said, because she thinks she's going to leave here and go sleep with her man that she got set up. I said, what? Like, for real, I was shook. He
Mm-hmm.
said, but what she don't know is the day she lay with him, she going to share his same thing because he get ready to go to jail for a long time.
Mm.
I said, what? So I'm still hard-headed. Don't get it twisted. Because even though he told me that, I still left Angel ass, still went over there. But the spirits have a way of showing you. I tell you no lie. I'm standing on the corner and I saw the white car come around the corner. My shorty put his head in the car and they blow his brains out. That's what I saw.
Oh
So
my
I'm sitting there
goodness.
and I'm telling him that. I was like, yo, for
Mm.
some strange reason, you need to get the fuck off this boulevard. So I'm telling him, and right when I finished, the car came around the corner. He stuck his head in. He turned back. He looked at me. He said, I don't know who the fuck you is, but yo, I'm out. And we stopped speaking for a long time. And I
Mm.
was like, oh shit. And when I saw Angel, I told Angel what happened. He said, you so hard headed. Like he would literally, I would walk through and be arguing with people. Who the fuck you talking to? Ah! And just be going off. And he used to be like, God damn it. He used to be like, girl, sit down. Sit down. This is what you gotta do. Sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get it. And my godmother always say, you get the problem ones because you believe in them. Because I know how it is. I know how it is to be judged. I know how
Exactly.
it is to be
Yes.
what? I know how it is to be judged. Listen, they called me the broke one, the problem one, the one that wasn't gonna do shit, the one that never go nowhere. But God bless his
Mm.
dad and he by here. Because my godfather at that last meeting, he said, yo, D, you gonna travel all over the world. He said, for real.
I
He
tell
said, I just need you to have faith in what you do. And I'm thankful for that. And I was like, yo, from your mouth to God's ears, because I'm the project chick, like for real, for real. No, my parents had a house, but I hung in the goddamn projects like all the time. So, hi. And everywhere I went by myself. So I didn't do
you
an
that's something.
entourage. I didn't need a bunch of people. But I understand. That's why you have to meet people where they are when I say that. Because
Yes.
not everybody was born into this. We all have a different path. We all have a different upbringing. We all see the world differently. Show
Yes,
me and
mom.
show me a better life. Show me by teaching and living by example. If you can't do that, then don't sign up to be in my life. That's
Mm.
real talk. If you know you're not consistent and you know you're not going to, instead of judging me and ostracizing me, if you can't show me a better way, then stay over there. And I'm not going to bother you.
Right.
I have a homeboy, Ogun Sal, and my other homeboy. His godfather, the Babala he was working with, he was doing crazy stuff. Y'all, I got to understand, we don't ask people for their mental. People don't, you don't know what they went through
Mm.
to get this money. You don't know what they went through and the changes they're going through and their family dynamics. If I'm so used to taking care of the family, and now you telling me I can't do this, now my mother and everybody else is going to suffer, you better come correct. Or you
That.
must going to be paying the bill for everybody. So teach them, educate them, don't belittle them, help them. But
Yes.
we'll sit back and we'll judge them and we'll look at them and be like, oh, trust me. People get spiritual when they know they got a human cash register. See? But you don't know what the fuck they went through to
Fact.
get this money. So that dude walked through there. He didn't care about the title. He put that bullet through homeboy head and
And
talked
get
about
the
it later.
money. Mm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not going to help them, then give them to someone that can. Right? Real talk. But if you can, help them to the best of your ability and keep communication and show them and teach them and nurture them and mentor them. Right? Because you're signing up for it. And if you know it, sometimes I had listen, that's why I love David Sosa and them. He talked me off the ledge. I get readings from a lot of people. But the worst reading I ever had in my life was a sister that killed her baby so she can get her man back.
Mm.
Newborn baby. My god brother just recently went through something like that. And I said, yo, you in a good space because that's really, David Sosa really talked me off the ledge because I was ready to walk away from everything. But I understand now. People come from all walks of the earth.
Yes.
And when you sit here on this fucking social media, you get desensitized. And then you only want to deal with people that got the money to afford you. The greatest gift is helping someone that you know could never repay you.
Mm.
That's the
Yes.
greatest gift. Because some people can't. And trust me, I do a lot of pro bono stuff. So some people can't. Or maybe, listen, before I used to get bags of beans, my kids was never hungry. When I was working at the potato, sister, I don't have no money, but I got groceries. Shit, bring them here. Come on, come get the
Oh.
reading. Come on. I'd have had beans. I'd have had whole chickens. Had cigarettes, cigars. People like, this dude would come
But
and give
that's
me
the
all weed.
universal
Yes,
law
be like,
of
I don't smoke weed.
reciprocity. That's the
It
universal
is.
law of reciprocity.
But they gave
Mm-hmm.
something. And I'd be like, I called my sister and or I called my daughter. I'll never forget my daughter. I was like, listen, come get all this weed. I don't know why this dude tried to pay me with weed. And she sat there and her friend Marsha is sitting there. They said, why your mother get the best weed? And I was like, I just take your word for it. And they got so used to it. He'd come through and I'm talking about big bags. And I'd be sitting there like, nigga, I like
Man,
cash. Like, supposed to be in cash. He was like, I don't have it. But I give you
this is
this
what I
weed.
got.
I call my
Mhm.
daughter, come get this. I'm on my way, mommy. Come and get it. For real. They give me beans. I had red beans, black beans. One lady would just cook and make all this fucking food, big silver trays, and I'm like, ma'am, I don't eat people food, but shit, everybody that was outside, I feed them. Yeah,
That see,
get the
so see,
plastic. Yeah,
it,
and I would feed
that's what
them,
I'm
and they'd
talking
be sitting
about.
there, hey, Jess, man, what? And
That's how
people
that
would
works.
come and I'd be like, God damn it. Nobody don't pay cash. Girl, I got some food stamps. For real? Yeah, mommy, but that's for your kids. No, no, no. They gave me extra. Here, come on, come to the supermarket because I need to read it. I need some. And I dress a candle for them and stuff and be like, here, child, they gave me. Y'all go over there, Justin, and y'all go over there and get the bag from the girl. She gonna feed y'all. For real.
But
So,
that's beautiful. That's how community again is supposed to work.
but
You
look,
know, till you can do better.
it does. Shit. When I tell you, people was giving, I made. Oh, I had to tell people stop giving me money. I already got my resale. Like stop. And he was like, no, get flowers
Wow,
and stuff. And I was like, no, I got them. I got everything. Don't send no more money.
that's
Thank you
beautiful.
so much. You know, I made $5,000 in that one day. And I'm
Wow,
like, wow.
beautiful.
So when Kate gave, so when they recently had the drumming for Chelsea, because she's crowned Chelsea, I made sure
Hmm.
I went through everything. Like, yo, I got to go to this drumming because I personally have to take. And Chelsea was so sweet. He was. He was like, you don't owe me anything. And I was like, oh my God, thank you, Baba. You know, so it was really beautiful. And I take people to drummers and I introduce them and I make sure like, yo, this is your experience. Like, I want you to see how beautiful it is and get away from the myths. And,
Yeah,
everybody's not here to downgrade you or to browbeat you and tell you how wrong you are. No, they're here to educate you, to show
right,
you this is why we do this. This is like our church. Like how you go to church on Sundays to get your fill.
right,
This is
right,
us when we come to a drum and this is our fill. This is our release. We get to
right.
dance and we get to see all the beauty and the white and the different colors. Like you get to see
It
it. So
is. It is. It's
yeah, it is.
beautiful.
It's very beautiful. So but so now if we don't take away nothing else, my darlings, take an example from this young lady. Do not allow no one to take you off of your journey. I don't care if they had 90 years of being initiated crown, they can be the fucking eggplant of the grocery store. Your vision,
Yeah,
your
that's good.
journey, your life is yours. If someone belittles you or make you feel less than, it is okay to stop them. You don't have to curse them out. You don't have to. It is a way to say it. And the main thing to say is what we're not going to do because I got time today. And to just be you, be your authentic self. You were created to be you. Share your light and your love to the world. Don't allow no one. And remember, thieves don't steal. And scammers and all of them, they see the good in you. The part is you don't see it in yourself.
In
So
yourself.
we have to start holding that mirror up and seeing. No, you don't have to be great. If you know the story of Ogun and Ochochi, you don't have to be great in everything. Everybody's welcome at the table. You and everyone else. No one is excluded. So I want y'all to love each other, love yourselves, be
Gratitude,
part of
mommy. Thank you so
yourselves.
much.
We love you. And thank you for all the love, the likes, and
Mwah.
everything. And I appreciate you. So I know you're going to be up in the morning. And girl, I'm still not going to get on. So don't ask me because I have to be cute. And I ain't doing it. And that's your energy. So you can reach the people. So I want you to continue. Toya, I need you to get back on your YouTube and start
Please,
interviewing
Toya.
people and stuff.
Please, Toya. It's
And I can't wait for
2023.
the book
Stop
to
playing
come
with
out.
us. Stop playing with us.
I can't wait for the book to come out. And all the rest of y'all follow your fucking destiny. I'm going to retire in 3 years, people. I want to make sure that the spiritual community got
No.
authentic people and not these goddamn people that are running around like chickens with their heads cut off, okay? I'm finished after 3 years. 3 years, and the sister won't do a live or nothing unless y'all pay me a good penny to take me out of retirement. But baby, I am retiring in 3 years. You won't see a live. You won't see me throwing
Love
a
you too,
card or
Dima.
nothing. And I want to make sure that y'all can say that same sentence. Because I want to show you and put you in a position where you can't say, if I want to do cards today or tomorrow, I will. Not because you have to. It's because you want to. And if you don't want to do it, you can relax at home. It
Mm.
ain't no scam. It's making sure that you learn money management, time management, and healing.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what it is.
That's the next book for you then, mama. We got the journals to
What?
heal ourselves. Don't forget about that, y'all, on
That's
Amazon.
it. That's it.
Don't
So
forget about that. That's
in
the
3 years,
start.
I want to make sure that Toya got her stuff, you got yours, all of y'all got your stuff, y'all flying. I go, oh shit, yes, because my grandkids are gonna be coming up in this. So I need to make sure that the village is taken care of. God damn it. And stand up on y'all 10 toes. And I'm talking about the whole fucking world can be against you. You still stand on what you believe in. Because I know I
For
do.
sure. For sure.
So for real. But I love y'all. I love you, Puddin'.
All
Thank
right.
you. All right, y'all.
Peace. I love you too. Thank you, mommy.